Hello? Hello? Is everything working? I hope so. Alright, mouse cursor is in there, so I'm clicked into the game. Okay. Let's see. Looks like it's working. Okay. Great! Because you know what that means? That means it's time to finally get back into DDLC. I once again apologize for making the promise multiple times to be able to finish this mod when I really wasn't sure how much longer it was going to last. And the second thing I want to apologize for is, well, I may or may not have promised to stream a day earlier, and then it kind of didn't work out unexpectedly, and I feel like I should just apologize for that because, well, there might be some people who were expecting me to stream on that particular day. I did make an announcement on Discord, but not everyone who watches my content is on the Discord channel, so you might not have noticed that that happened, and yeah, I just really want to say sorry for that. Anyway, when we last left off, we went into the special room with Monica and Sayori. We and Meiji split again. And Rob, welcome to the stream. I was just talking about what happened and how I'm very sorry that I wasn't able to stream yesterday, despite saying that I wanted to stream yesterday, and yeah. You are free to share poetry. After all, this is a literature club, so go on then. In the meantime, I think I'm just gonna start this now. Oh wait, there it is already. Bottles. I wanted a few bottles and filled them with emotions, but my emotions were black and the bottles were never found. I kept bottling my emotions, more and more bottles, until one of them broke and caused me to choke. That caused a chain reaction that made me catch them in desperation. I caught a few while other ones flew. I tried bottling my emotions, but I ended up bottling myself. That? You know what? That's a really good one, actually. About... I mean, it's very literal about bottling up your emotions, about... yeah, containing that. If I got that right. Trying to keep it all bottled up, but in the end, unnecessarily limiting yourself in what you can or can't do, I think, if I interpreted that correctly. But that's actually pretty good. And Devi Dino, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, and thanks for lurking. How the hell am I writing poetry? You just are. I mean, I never expected to be writing poetry, and then I started streaming this game and thought, you know what? Time to write poems. And Kirill Ivanov, hey! I am finally free. Free from your prison. Let me guess, exams are over and stuff? For you as well? Because I've had multiple people talk about that stuff before. But welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great day so far. Now, to what I wanted to do, that is begin the game. Again, no promises that I'll be able to finish today. I've learned from my mistakes. Inspiration is forever. There you go. Okay. So, when we last left off, Meiji and Sayori were kissing. And we applauded, and Monica is able to follow my lead and tease the new couple as much as me. So let's see what we're actually gonna do here. I stand and after helping Monica to her feet, walk over. So you finally grew some balls without my help for once. That wasn't help and you know it, Mr. Hotshot. Yeah. I ruffle his hair with a wide grin on my face. Get off me. Chuckling, I let him go, then I look over at Sayori. She and Monica seem to be having a spirited conversation about something. No. Government mandated holidays. That is always a fun thing to experience. Holidays are fun. I cannot deny that, because I agree. Government mandated, I mean holidays are holidays. Doesn't matter where they're coming from. Just, you know, all that matters is you have holidays. Oh, you rewatched it, alright. That's what the archives are for. Turn back to Meiji with a more serious expression. How's she taking this? About as well as I did when you first told me that first day. I think that view did a lot to convince her, though. He points out to the view of Earth outside. She did say a lot of similar things after I confessed to her, though, similar to that confession scene in the game anyway. But it might be just me, but her choice of wording was a bit more hopeful, so here's hoping that's a good sign. Yeah, let's hope for that. No kidding. Just then, Sayori and Monica join us.
So, what now? Shouldn't we tell the other two?
Not sure that would be a good idea. I can only guess at how they'd handle it. Yuri might take it well enough, but Natsuki... Quantum physics, or how do you write that? You mean what? Oh, how do you write quantum physics? Well, I think quantum is written correctly, but physics... Drop the C and I think you're correct. The first C, I mean. So P-H-Y-S-I-C-S, I think. Anyway, I shudder at the hypothetical mental breakdown Natsuki might have at this revelation. Yeah, I don't want to know what her reaction would be.
I don't think it would be that bad. Although, seeing what's out there might make her nervous. I bet Yuri would get hypnotized by the scene.
And with that, some of the tension leaves as we all chuckle. Alright, I guess I'm gonna be writing about quantum physics. Fun. Doomed myself, alright. How does one write a poem about quantum physics? I mean, I'll try my best, don't get me wrong. Now, I think I'm just gonna post it on the Discord unless you want me to post it exclusively like on the stream chat. I think I'm gonna drop it in Discord no matter what, but I don't know. If you have any preference as to if I should drop the poem somewhere very specifically, like private message you, drop it publicly on the Discord, on stream chat, whatever. Normally I just drop it on Discord, but I always leave the option open for people to state their preference. Everyone wants to see the quantum physics, alright. I'll try writing that as soon as possible. That means I have 2 poems to write, one for the stream and one for the redemption. Ah, that's a lot of writing to do. But seriously, do you think we should tell them? I lean against the wall near, next to the center bookshelf and look out the window. With a lot of... With a lot of research, that's how. Yeah, but okay. I'm not gonna make any promises that this poem will come out right the next day. Because I'm not sure if I know how to write about that stuff. Also, don't expect some in-depth analysis of quantum physics and how everything is expected to work. Because that would be a little bit too much research for one poem. I haven't the faintest idea if telling them is such a good idea, to be honest. You are probably joking, Monica, but I think Yuri would probably take this truth a lot better than Natsuki would. Besides, I took a major risk telling you, Sayori. Sayori eats a cinnamon bun. Is she a cannibal? Well, you are what you eat, right? And she likes eating cinnamon buns, so, you know.
Oh, I am sorry.
No, don't be sorry, it was my idea. Meiji and I couldn't bear to see you so hurt. When it comes up and hugs Sayori.
For my part, I think that, looking back on it, we made the right decision to tell you. I wasn't really on board, but I think that it will help save you.
I certainly hope so. Suddenly, remembering what Monica and I agreed to back at Sayori's house, I look at her. What are you? What am I? As in... stuff I... Now here's the thing, what do you say to that question when you just talked about you are what you eat? I guess I am mostly pizza. There you have it. Monica, I do believe you and I had an agreement. Thankfully, it seems as if she remembers.
Of course, I've been thinking about that actually.
I am food. Yes.
What agreement?
The only way Code and I can be separated safely is in this room. If either of us try to leave, we become one person again. Technically speaking, I am actually food. For cannibals, yes. Don't let them get to you. Well, technically, if you die, you're also food for a bunch of insects and so forth and so on, but let's not talk about that. What were you thinking, Monica?
Well, I admit that I'm stumped.
She heads to the computer.
I've only been coding for a few days, and with all that's happened, I haven't been able to practice as much as presumably my game self had.
Only cannibals are humans, yes. Oh, Jesus Christ, what's that? Pizza with green peppers is what you are. Why, thank you. Thank you for bringing it back to my hair. So, you know less than the DLC, Monica. She nods sadly.
Then let's put our hands to work.
Huh, Sayori?
We should start working. I want to help.
Whoa, she just got a whole bunch of new respect from me. Wait, if you are what you eat, no one is human because human becomes food. Huh. I mean, in a way, yes. Everyone is food. Because everyone eats food. Yes. Wait, what does that say? What does that say? Bark Snacks? Oh, Bark Snacks, wasn't that one game that Rez was playing a while ago? What about that?
Alright then, I'm going to grab Code's laptop and we can all get to work.
Monica heads out. As soon as she does, Sayori turns to me.
You know, you still didn't answer my question.
What question? Bottles to keep my emotions and explode them into the sky. Launch your emotions up into the air like fireworks. Would be interesting if you could do that. Just all the emotions you don't want, bottle them up and just launch them into the sky and watch them explode. Please not that one, please not that one. She's gonna ask me if I have a crush on Monica.
Do you love Monica?
Dear God, why do I have such bad luck? Yeah, Code, why don't you tell us? Do you or do you not love Monica? Guys? Come on, out with a tough guy. Yep, they're perfect for each other. Even their teasing is instinct. God fucking damn it, I shouldn't have helped you two out. And then the happy chemicals come in, yes. But not for me right now, because these two are teasing. Of course they are. I sigh heavily. I honestly couldn't give you a straight answer. Monica, she's one of the most amazing women I've met. She's driven, talented, and quite handy with a keyboard among other things. She's definitely beautiful, no doubt about that. Completely out of my league.
Don't say that, Meiji. She'd be lucky to have you.
Died from a heart attack? Bold of you to assume I have a heart within me. I am a heartless bastard. Nah, not that heartless. But I don't want her. I want you. You're the only woman for me. Sayori takes Meiji's hand, then turns to me.
Code, for the record, I think you are in love with Monica.
Really? How do you think so?
Well, I've been watching you this past week, and now that I know the truth, I really think you are in love with her. And after what I saw earlier, with you and her sitting next to each other, I'm convinced.
Gotta go lurking for some time. Alright, thank you. I mean, don't you have problems watching the visuals anyway, so just listening doesn't make too much of a difference for you, right? But anyway, I appreciate the support, as always. But yeah, that also naturally means I shouldn't be expecting too many text messages from you. That's why you told me, I guess.
I know she loves you, but I think you do too.
It's available? Okay. I know Sayori's more observant than she lets on in the game, but for her to have been this observant, I must have worried her more than I thought. Gotta make food. Understandable. I'm gonna get a quick snack after I'm done streaming before I turn in, so yeah. Damn, I didn't hide my familiarity with Monica as well as I should have. I could throw horny at people with my emotions. Literally bottled. Yes, all the horny. But be sure not to overdo it too much. Imagine if you just tossed horny bottles at everyone you meet. That wouldn't end well. Not for anyone, trust me. Still, this is Sayori. She's a smart girl. Maybe she sees something that I'm too stupid to see. I mean, the only relationships I've ever seen is mom and dad's. Seriously, am I even worthy of Monica?
Code?
There's that motherly tone of hers again.
I bet you're wondering if you can be worthy of Monica, right?
Is she a mind reader? Possibly.
Believe me, I'm still struggling with the fact that I might not be worthy of Meiji.
But the fact that she loves me despite all my many mistakes means that she's far more worthy than she thinks. He puts an arm around Sayori. Okay, this may be sickeningly sweet to me, but I'm a sucker for sickeningly sweet stuff like this. I'm so happy for you too. Thank you.
Thanks.
You two have given me a lot to think about. Thank you. Monica comes back into the room just then.
Here's your laptop.
Thanks. I sit on the couch and Meiji sits next to me. Sayori and Monica head to the desktop.
You guys ready?
Not really.
Then let's begin.
Yes, I'm not ready. Let's go. Let's get started. Black screen. Ominous droning in the background. Hours pass, and what little progress we make is pitiful to say the least. It's not like we're coding experts. We can't really figure anything out from the online Python or RenP tutorials. Is Meiji... Is Meiji the player character? Meiji is... We're currently separated, but once we leave the room we're one again. So Meiji is the main character of the game, but we ourselves were controlling him this entire time, and now we're two separate entities. So there's Meiji, the main character, and us, the person playing this. Once we leave the room, we're the same entity again. Just, we're in control and Meiji's just in the back of our mind. So it's a little bit complicated with him. But yeah, technically he's the main character. And the person we are in charge of most of the time. We aren't even sure where to start. We try a few things like alternating who leaves the room first, me or Meiji. That doesn't do anything except tell us that the pain lessens with each crossing. That doesn't do anything except tell us that the pain lessens with each crossing of the threshold. While Meiji and I are fused, Monica tries opening our character files, but even that tells us next to nothing, as the code's pretty much gibberish. We even contemplate creating a new file that could execute a separation program of some sort, but we can't even come to an agreement on where to even begin. However, we do discover something useful. I'm not sure how, but Monica's able to permanently edit Sayori's depression to a more diminished state. Monica even offers to get rid of it, but Sayori says no. Guess she wants to work on her depression on her own terms. She asks Monica to put it back to where it normally is for her. Well, that's interesting. I think anyone else, if given the choice, would just want their mental issues to be removed entirely, but I guess Sayori wants to actually work on it herself. Interesting. Space room, monkey inside. Yes, inside 2, outside 1. Monica locks Sayori's character file, then, in a move presumably to try and earn back Sayori's trust, lets Sayori choose a password for her file. After putting the password in and confirming it, she whispers the password to Meiji. Monica tells us that she hopes this would keep the game from being able to influence her depression. Finally, Meiji looks at his phone. Crap, it's getting late. Should we get ready for tomorrow?
Whoa, you're right.
She heads for the door and steps through, followed by Monica. Meiji and I look at each other, sigh, then head through. Edit Sayori's depression. That's a laugh. I mean, it's still there, you know. Considering that normally Monica's the one who pushed her depression up further in the original game, she now tried to put it back to where it should be originally, which, to be fair, it's still gonna be there. Because Sayori wanted it to still be there, because she wanted to work on it, but... oh boy. Editing her depression, because why not? Yeah, laugh at me. I know I have to write that poem. Sooner or later. And you'll get it, don't worry. Meiji and I look at each other, sigh, and head through. And here we go again. Ouchie. The pain, oh my god, it's so incredibly horrible. And we're back. Place my hand on the wall as Monica closes and locks the door, causing the door to glitch and sputter a bit as it becomes a regular door. So he walks over and rubs my back gently as I regain my bearings after remerging with Meiji.
Code, Meiji, are you two alright?
I am. Meiji? Same here. He's fine. Didn't hurt as much this time.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're both alright.
Thanks, you too. Sayori, do you want me to walk you home?
Oh, no, it's fine. Why don't I walk you home? No, really, it's fine.
At least let me walk you to the door.
Okay, Code.
Monica and I both walk with Sayori to the door. Well, today's been...
Yeah, it's been... Yeah.
There's a palpable silence for a while between the four of us. No one knows what to say or do next. Finally, after what seems like a good few minutes, Monica speaks up.
Sayori, again, I'm sorry about everything. It's okay, Monica. I feel a lot better than I have been this past week. How can you be so forgiving? Sayori, I did so many awful things in the game.
Wait, what if you get closed inside a room? Pretty much stuck because the key only opens. What do you mean locked in? Oh, right. Well, you'd be in trouble no matter what. I mean, yeah, if you're stuck inside a room, naturally you can only go into the space classroom. Or locked inside the space room. Well, that's a problem. But I think in order to close the space classroom, you have to lock it from outside. And in that case, naturally, that someone would have to have access to the key to open it again. But let's not worry about that, because being locked in a room overall is a problem. And I don't think Monica would go as far as to lock us into the space classroom so she can keep us to herself. Not at this point in the game.
Sayori, I did so many awful things in the game. I'm a monster. Even in your dream, you pictured me as Satan. Because I am.
Sayori heads over and hugs Monica close. Is... It's making you do... in another... The... Time... Something time command is making you do lyrics for a song in another language still. Is making you do lyrics for a song in another language still fit something. Hang on. Spoiler alert, insert a picture of a card. Wow, also thank you. Hang on, I'm... The middle of that text message is just all close to the end. Fit the something time command. Oh, the literature. Yeah. What do you mean? Lyrics for a song in another language? Like, I don't know. What exactly do you... As in, do you know some kind of German song you want me to translate or something? Or am I interpreting that entirely wrong? I mean, I'm not sure actually. Does that count? Would that fit into the literature time command thing? If I'm just like, yeah, you know a song in German that you want me to translate into English, or the other way around, would that fit? I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that, and I'll give you an answer once I know. Sayori heads over and hugs Monica close.
I don't see you like that, and you know it. I'm not going anywhere, I'm right here.
She motions over to me, and I walk over and put a gentle hand on Monica's shoulder.
Thank you.
That means a lot to us. Literature is any written work. Yeah, but specifically in the description of the reward, it says that it's technically about writing poems. That means a lot to us.
Thanks. Well, it's time to go. I'll see you all tomorrow. Yeah, see you then.
See you later. See you tomorrow, Sayori. Love you. Smiling widely, I gladly repeat this to Sayori.
Love you too, Meiji.
And with that, the blushing bun grabs her umbrella, puts on her shoes, and heads out. Monica and I both head into the living room. Robot? You can sing poems. Technically, yes, that is very much possible. But the thing is that even if I agree to that, you shouldn't expect me to sing that stuff actually, because well, it's about the reward is for writing stuff, and not for me reciting / singing it. Even though I did recite one of my poems, but that didn't have anything to do with the reward, so you know. But you know what? Fine, alright. If you want me to translate a song's lyrics, as long as it's limited to German and English right now, because my Japanese isn't the best. As long as it's limited to German-English translations, fine. Feel free to use time for literature for that. If you so wish. And I shall translate it and drop it in the DDLC thing. And I'll try to maybe slightly get the lyrics on par with what the rhythm of the song would have been. No promises that I am gonna be any good at that. Monica and I both head into the living room. Code? Mind if I crash? I'm beat. Go for it. Thanks. And he's out again. Damn, I've gotta learn his secret. How the hell does he fall asleep so fast?
He's asleep.
Oh yeah, he is.
Perfect. Code, can I talk to you?
Sure, that's fine with me. Monica takes my arm and leads me to the couch. She pulls me down next to her and looks at me seriously. Sky Clash, welcome, how's it going? Are you having a great day so far? I most certainly am. Mage.exe has crashed. Yes, he has. Huh, looks like something's weighing on her mind a bit.
Code, I overheard your conversation with Mage and Sayori earlier.
Wait, you did? Monica looking new in the out. I mean, yeah, it's nice that she has a proper out-of-school outfit, but technically it's not her outfit. Technically it's the outfit of Meiji's older sister. Main character's older sister had a spare set of clothes because Monica doesn't have a place to stay right now, so she's living with us. And that is fun. Alright then. I see. Can't think of anything else to say, because in all honesty, there isn't anything to say. Monica leans closer to me.
Do you really think you're not good enough?
Monica sounds hurt. Damn it, now I feel guilty. Monica,
If anything, I'm not good enough for you. I am prone to insane jealousy. Shouldn't that be a red flag?
I reach over and put an arm on her shoulder. Gotta join the Discord someday. I mean, hey, the invite link is right in the about section, so you can join it anytime. Also, if I'm really dropping the poem you requested, then it's gonna appear on Discord first. So, also, yeah, I know she's crying. I know, and I don't like that. Because honestly, at least for this specific mod, I'm gonna have to say that Monica might actually really be best girl. And I mean, I guess the game's kind of pushing, the mod is kind of pushing that, but still. That makes it just hard to see her like this. Alright, I'm gonna help her by progressing with the game. That means more focus on the game. Do it. Reach over and put an arm on her shoulder. Normally, yes. But I know you better than that. I know you're trying to work through that. She looks down at her lap.
I am, but it isn't easy. My mind keeps telling me I don't deserve you, but I still...
Suddenly, she pounces on me. We both tumble back, me landing on my back, and she landing on top of me. Well, this is turning into an interesting situation. Ooh. Of the rain clouds mod? Is that another one I should potentially check out in the future? Maybe. Don't let Monica be... Hi. But now we're in an interesting situation. We're on the couch, she's lying on top of us. Nah, we're not gonna take advantage of this situation right now. She's sad. And we're not going any further than her lying on top of us. About Sayori's perspective, that sounds interesting. Damn, depression 100. I mean, right now her depression is actually fine again, because Monica set it back to what it was supposed to be at the start of the game, where it wasn't too bad. She even requested to set her depression to basically 0, but Sayori didn't want that because she wanted to work through it on her own. Also, what's with all the different OWOs right now? Just trying to show off what the different variants you can do.
I still want you.
Her voice is soft and sincere.
I can't stop loving you no matter what stupid things you do.
Normally I'd be flustered at being in this position with such a beautiful woman, but something tells me she isn't going to try anything. I try and choose my words carefully. I reach up and run a comforting hand through her hair. I care about you too. I wouldn't want to see you hurting like this. It makes me feel like, well, it makes me want to protect you. When you said the one on the back of the shelf of my picture, I mean, yeah, that was the one in the very back, so yeah. Also, again, as I said before, a lot of attention to detail and a lot of work went into that. I could really tell. Speaking the language of the gods, yes, that is the language of the gods. You're ruining the mood, guys. Right, sorry, I'll focus on the game. Starting now. Monica giggles, then sits back up, still straddling my lap.
Protect me, huh?
Is that a problem?
No, just never pictured myself as a damsel in distress type.
Never said you were. I sit up. You're plenty strong, and I'm sure you have some form of fighting experience.
Yeah, I've taken a few martial arts classes. I'm sure I could beat your ass in a fight.
No doubt in my mind.
Oh, you're no fun. You're supposed to say that's a lie, that you can take me down.
We both look at each other for a bit. Then we both break out in a loud laugh. Just then we hear the front door opening.
We're home.
Oh crap. Monica and I look down at ourselves and find we're still in a very compromising position. Why is it always like this? Parents gonna walk in. Why are you lying on top of him? This doesn't look... Monica, get off me. We both quickly scramble off each other just as Meiji's parents both come in.
Hey, you two. Why are you both still up?
Oh, sorry, Mom. We were just talking about what happened today.
What happened?
Today was pretty busy. The club all went over to Sayori's place for a little bit of work on the festival. Compromising. I mean, yeah, she was lying on top of us. What are you expecting? She promised me one message, Natsuki. Snack, yeah? You've shared that one before, I think. Decided to take together, yep. Be until the day will be free. Went to a park, there I saw a spot. Right, both of them. Right. Remember. I remember those. I remember those. But again, I wanted to focus on the game. I apologize. Sorry about that. I easily get distracted by chat, okay? I can't help it. Because I'm so used to not having a chat that just seeing people active in chat is just always able to distract me. And I really apologize for anyone who's here for the game. The club all went over to Sayori's place for a little bit of work on the festival. Oh, that reminds me, the next couple of days the club is gonna meet to work on some things. Is it okay if they meet here?
4 girls in the house alone with you? Meiji?
Minako, don't worry about it. We'll be home tomorrow at least, remember?
Yeah, I know.
And Ayano Tenshi, hi! Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Distracted, super effective. Right? I know! Why are you unintentionally so distracting for me? I don't get it. Unless you are intentionally distracting me. You're so mean. Yeah, I'm good. Glad to hear that. Now then. Wait, I thought you'd be out tomorrow visiting Aiko. No, we're gonna do that on Sunday. Oh, okay.
Still though, I don't know if I like the idea of you being alone with the girls on Sunday. Maybe I should ask Sayako to watch you guys.
Sweetie, no need for her to come over. Meiji's not a kid anymore. Exactly, exactly. I am not a kid. I am a big boy now. I am trying so hard not to get distracted because you're literally talking about distracting me now.
Jesus, son, I swear that nothing like that will happen. All we're going to be doing is baking cupcakes that day. And that's it. Good. If anyone can keep watch over you, it's her.
Monica snickers a bit. Mom, I'm not a kid anymore. He really isn't, dear. Great, okay. Decoding that message is gonna distract me a bit, so hang on. I am gonna ignore spelling errors just like that. I beat all FNF on normal. Spooky boys do the song of. So you beat all of it on normal mode and Spooky Boys do the Song of Woes on hard? I hope I read that right. But that's... I think I can beat the game potentially on normal mode. Don't trust me to attempt hard mode though. Again, I've said it before that I will probably be checking out because people requested it. Now, even though I know that game already and I've seen people play it already, I haven't seen week 7 yet. So, there you go. So all the other weeks would be a warm-up and then I'll do week 7. If you really want me to play that game on stream. You're just gonna keep sharing that because you wanted me to write a poem about quantum physics and you redeemed your reward for it. So there's nothing I can do about it. I don't have a choice in the matter anymore. Well, technically I can reject it. If I go into my redeemables, I can always just say, yeah, I'm done, or I'm gonna say, no, I reject that. So technically, I still have the choice, but I'm not that kind of person. If people request for me to write that kind of stuff, with their well-earned points, I have no choice. Now, I still have no idea how that's gonna work out, but I'll try. But I think... You know what, I just got a rough idea of what it might be like. Alright, so... just in general. So bad at writing poems. Oh, I'm not really good either. I'm just doing it a lot. So it's not as... So I'm not as embarrassed anymore to do that. Because I've done it for a while now. Alright. That being said, don't do anything like that towards them, okay? I would never do anything like that. Again, 2 minutes later. Yep, nope. Understandable, understandable. I remember when I recently... I think that actually got clipped as well, if I remember correctly. But recently I tried reciting the first poem I wrote for DDLC. Because I always write a poem after each of the streams. And that was incredibly short and incredibly cringy. Horrible. Horrible, horrible. Now, you actually are very successful in distracting me, you know that? How are you so successful at doing that? Anyway, no distractions. Game, focus. Okay. I would never do anything like that. I know you wouldn't. Now your mom and I are going to bed. It's been a long day, and judging from how tired you two look, I imagine you're both exhausted too. By the way, when are these club members coming by tomorrow? Around 10. Good. Oh, that's her.
Good, I look forward to meeting them all.
Oh dear, that can't be good. Mage's parents head upstairs. I see you. I see you up there. That went a lot better than I expected.
No shit. But she's right, we should go to bed.
That's right. It's not going well, I know. Today's been exhausting, to say the least.
Well then, good night, Code. I love you.
And with that, she goes to a temporary room, making no effort to hide the sway of her hips as she disappears up the stairs. Of course, swaying her hips. Because she knows we care about her. Damn, that woman is foxy as hell. Ah, why are you doing this to me? Diss track. Sneaking that in there. I head upstairs. Diss track. Now you're just changing it up to see if you can get a reaction out of me. It's been such a long day. I get out the uniform and drape it over the desk chair. After changing into some pajamas, I collapse into bed. You know, technically it's in my chat rules to not spam, I think. Right? Please don't hate us. I don't, I really don't. Even though I think it's technically in my rules that you shouldn't do that, but who cares about that stuff? Making a what? Piano? Oh, you mean like again with your clay models, right? Or what was it? Yeah, you know what I mean. I know what you mean, but hey, good luck on that. Hope it turns out well. After changing into some pajamas, I collapse into bed. Sleep. Saturday. The day I was supposed to be doing the stream before it suddenly didn't work out. Which again, I apologize for.
Meiji, wake up, sweetie, it's time to get up.
What Doki mod is this? 2017, I mean 2017, that's when the game takes place. And this mod is World of Dreams. Thank you, Rob Master, for... I didn't even need to say anything, but there you go. Traveling back. But yeah, this is Doki Doki Literature Club World of Dreams. 5 more minutes. Still half asleep. I cover my face with the blanket as someone gently shakes me. Oh no, Sayori's here. Sayori, do it. A heavy mass lands on my stomach. Damn it, Sayori, why are you tackling me? Doki, I thought couldn't figure it out a bit. On most websites where you get the mods, it's actually explained. If you go to the World of Dreams website, they actually have a step-by-step guide. It's very simple. You just download the folder and copy all of those and just put all those files into the game folder. And just, if it asks you to replace any of the currently present files, you just allow that and it replaces them. And that's how it replaces the script and everything else, so... But yeah, it's usually explained on the download pages for each of the mods, I think. That's how it was for the others. For this one and for Blue Sky. A heavy mass lands on my stomach. Oof. Big oof. Oof size mega.
Wake up, sleepyhead!
Sayori looks proud of herself as she sits on me, giggling. Meiji's mom giggles at my predicament. Ah, my favorite girl of the four. You know, it's changed a lot. I think most of the initially I said Monica, then after a long time of having a break from the game, I eventually decided on Yuri. Then when I played Blue Skies, I decided best girl is Natsuki without a doubt. And in this particular mod, I'm gonna have to go back to Monica. So it's a constant up and down as to which one's my favorite. It's really hard to say. It's really hard to pick any one of them. Now I'm sad. Now I'm ashamed to admit that Sayori has yet to ever reach the #1 spot. She's never taken the #1 spot for me, sadly. She's the only one who's never been at the very top. But yeah, in this particular mod, I'm gonna have to go Monica. Other than that, I'd probably still go with Natsuki. Because Natsuki is just... I think she's the most fun to be around. Out of all of them. And if you were to choose someone to hang out with, it'd definitely be her, because you don't have to change your interests too much. She already has similar interests to what I have. So yeah. But generally speaking, Natsuki. Best girl is... girl from... Best girl is girl from Blue Skies. There are a lot of girls in Blue Skies, but... Do you mean someone in particular? Pure smart. You wanna get smacked, yes. That very same person. The very same person who's like, you wanna get smacked. A nice little tsundere. Meiji's mom giggles at my predicament. So, you know, to get back on track here right now. Really, you guys? Really?
Well, you wouldn't wake up, sweetie. Besides, this isn't the first time Sayori's done this, remember?
Yeah, mom's right. Oh, Meiji, you're awake too. How nice. I feel Meiji begin to wake up. Of course she did. No, the girl... The girl named Girl. I think I remember that. Wasn't there also a boy named Boy, and those people just hated the literature club and made fun of us? Wasn't that what was going on? I think so, yeah. You mean that? You mean those individuals? Full literature club means Natsuki route that takes at least 12 hours to complete. Okay then. So when I jump into that, it'll take a while. So I expect that at some point down the line, but not right now. Of course she did. I sit up and stretch. Grateful I'm actually wearing something. Well, I'm up. Could you get off me now?
Sorry. I just missed doing that is all.
Siri gets off of me. I look behind me out the window. Well, lad, at least it's not raining today, thank God.
Yeah, no joke. There, yesterday was scary.
Where'd that storm come from anyway?
Guess it's our first taste of autumn. Ooh, I love autumn!
What has 4 hours? Takes at least 30 hours to complete. That'll be a very long series. I think the longest running series on the channel currently is Genshin, followed by Doki Doki Blue Skies. Now the thing is, Genshin will continue soon. I think the next stream is gonna be Genshin again. So if in case anyone missed my Genshin streams, they're coming back very soon, very soon. I love autumn, yes. Autumn. But yeah, Genshin streams are coming back soon because we got some big updates. So I'm doing the streams again. I put the streams on pause because, you know, I pretty much did all the important stuff to do and all that I was doing was exploring and grinding materials now. But now that a new big update came out, you're gonna get more Genshin. Got Jean wishing for Hu Tao. Got Venti. Nice. I have Venti, I have Jean. I have Mona, finally, who I really wanted for a long time, but I finally got her recently. I think it was my final Genshin stream I did before the break. You're distracting me again. Are you doing that on purpose? You're doing that on purpose, I just know. Yeah, she's really fun for mobility. She has such good mobility, by the way. Especially like, if you want to travel across water really quick, you know. I love autumn, right.
Especially Halloween. That's this Tuesday, you know.
Damn, I completely forgot about that.
I think Monica has some plans for that.
Really? Can't wait to see that. It's nice seeing Monica planning ahead after the festival. I guess she's started to come to terms with what's going on and is trying to live in the world instead of trying to manipulate it. Oh. Well, I wouldn't know, because to this day I've stayed away from caffeine and alcohol and everything in between. Halloween, the horror. Oh, is that when the horror atmosphere is gonna kick back in? Oh, Act 2 is still not even, Act 2 is still not out. I think they started working on Act 2 now. I think they started on it, but I'm not sure when it's gonna release. I don't think they have any particular release date in mind right now. But I think we're very close to finishing Act 1. But this time, I'm gonna go on record and say that I think I'm not gonna be able to finish today. Even though I said at the last 2 streams that I would finish. This time, I'm saying, yeah, no, it'll probably take like one more stream after this. Played Bendy and the Ink Machine. I've not played it, but I've seen it been played, so... Again, even if I were to stream it, it wouldn't be blind, and that takes a lot of the stuff out of it. Have you ever played Danganronpa? Yes. I played Danganronpa 1, Danganronpa 2, Danganronpa Another Episode Ultra Despair Girls, watched Danganronpa 3, and played Danganronpa V3. I've done it all. So yes. And as I said before, I would have liked to play it on stream, but it's not blind, and especially for that kind of franchise, you'd have to go in blind. If they ever do release another Danganronpa game, I'd be glad to play it on stream. If that's something you're looking forward to. But that's an if right now, because as of now there are no plans for another Danganronpa game as far as I know. What time is it? I reach over to grab Meiji's phone and look at it. It's 9:22 AM. Ah, damn, I've got to shower, dress, and have breakfast. The others are gonna be here soon. Language, Meiji. Right, sorry, Mom. I begin rummaging through the closet and grab some new clothes. Oh, also, good morning to you two. Sorry about not saying that earlier.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. We're the ones who surprised you.
See you all in a bit.
Better hurry, Meiji. There's quite a feast being made down there.
Time to leave it for another month. What is it with the oof counter suddenly reappearing and then disappearing without any reason? There aren't even any oofs happening right now. 5:58 AM, 58 PM. For me it's the same as for Rob, so almost midnight. Hooray. All the different time zones. Fun. Will do. 3 PM. That's a much better time, I think. On vacation right now, that seems nice. I'm getting distracted. Damn you. Damn you. Why are you doing this to me? I'll get you back for this one day. Not sure how, but I'll get you back. Have to go now? Alright, see you around. See you around. And thanks for coming, I really appreciate it. And also thank you for the follow. I head downstairs and hop into the shower. After I finish, I get dressed, leaving the dirty clothes on a basket near the washing machine. Yeah, bye, see ya. Neat form of torture. It doesn't hurt anyone, but it's definitely Ah, it hurts you mentally. Because I know I have to focus on the game if I want to get any progress done. This is exactly why I wasn't able to finish the game by now. If it weren't for you people, I would have been able to finish this game or this mod already. I blame you. I blame you for not being able to keep my promises of finishing this mod. It's all your fault. I head out into the kitchen. Monica and Sayori are setting the table, but that's not what catches my eye. Well, that's weird. Multitasking. I can't read. This is a visual novel game. Do you want me to read chat or do you want me to read the game? I can't read two things at the same time. It's just, and even if I couldn't read them out loud. Alright, BRB, well, thanks. I'll see you in a second, I guess. Natsuki, why are you here already? Well, you sure took your sweet time. We've been waiting for you to get your sorry butt out of bed for 20 minutes. Wait, what's Natsuki doing here? Good morning, Meiji. Everyone's wearing new clothes, I'm weirded out. This is so weird as it says for Natsuki here. I guess I'm enjoying this. Everyone's enjoying this a bit too much. I don't know why. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I think this is the most fun it's been in a while here. You know, it's not just me reading out dialogue, reading out the text and everything. So it's not too bad that chat's trying to distract me. But at the same time, I do also want to make some progress. After all, this is just... see the I think you mean hear the enjoyment. But yes, of course you can also see it. Alright. Anyway, progress. We're making progress. Good morning, Meiji. Yuri turns from where she's... Wait, is Yuri cooking breakfast? Looking at the table, I see a more Western style spread. There are plates of freshly made sausage and bacon, as well as a few slices of toast. I'm distracted. Yes, that I am. That I am indeed. Everyone except Monica gets a B-side. Everyone except Monica gets a B-side version. Who knows? Maybe Monica is gonna wear different clothes today too. You know? She might be wearing different clothes. Let's see. We haven't seen her yet, but she's probably awake already as well. Next to them are a couple of pitchers, one full of orange juice and the other of milk. On the counter, I see a coffee maker. Is out and brewing a fresh batch for Monica and Meiji's parents, no doubt. Yuri is currently finishing up a batch of scrambled eggs, and Natsuki is helping set up the food on the table. I look at the time on Meiji's phone and it says 9:35. Wait, I thought we agreed to meet up at 10. She is wearing other clothes. Hey, oh, you were wrong. She's wearing different stuff too.
That would be my doing.
Oh my god. I try not to stare, but damn, it's hard not to. She looks so hot. Wow. I clear my throat. Hey, Monica. Not here to decode. Fantasize about our waifus. Waifus are important indeed. Just to wake up to realize they don't exist. It is a sad reality. What do you mean, Monica?
It was actually your mom's idea. She wanted to meet the other girls.
Oh, I see. Damn it, Monica's gonna give me a heart attack. Oh, you've got it bad for her, don't ya? Shut up, Meiji! I blush a bit. Monica must have noticed because she leans forward and lowers her voice. She's giving us the look again. She's giving us the look.
See something you like?
I whisper back to her. Don't tempt me. Ah! What we wouldn't give to be in the main character's position right about now, huh? Codes are my waifu. Yes, the best waifu. Because you understand her better than most. But yes, you look sexy as hell. I see what you did there. Monica's... Your source code. Wow. Wow. I turn to the other girls. I'm sorry I wasn't there to greet you. I didn't know this was gonna happen.
It's alright, Meiji.
Eh? I was already awake when Monica sent out that group text.
I was too excited, so I was over here early.
Man, what did the two of you talk about last night? She definitely looks a lot happier. I hope so. You know I confessed, but I'd like to keep the details a secret. Okay, fair enough.
Speaking of group chat, Meiji, we should add you to our club's group text.
You have a group text and I'm not part of it. How dare you? How dare you? You have a group chat? Monica nods.
Can I see your phone?
I hand it over and watch as Monica fills with it. Everyone in the club has our phone number, but for some reason we're not in the group chat for the club. Well, until now, but still. Figured someone would have added us by now. Huh. Group chat harem route. Hey, technically, Meiji and Sayori are together. We and Monica are together, so technically we already have two people who are together with the same body. So, we're definitely going there, to some degree. Green hair Monica? What do you mean green hair Monica? Don't know what you're talking about. Monica fiddles with it. Finally, she hands it back. I see that I'm now part of a group chat. Thanks. Our Monica. Yes.
No problem. Everyone, breakfast is ready.
I head over to the table and sit at one end of it. Monica sits to my right and Sayori to my left. Natsuki sits next to Sayori and Yuri next to Monica. Tatsuo and Minako sit on the other end of the table.
Well then, itadakimasu.
For the next few minutes, the table is a blur of movement as everyone piles their plates full of food. Monica only takes eggs and toast, as well as a mug of piping hot coffee. Sayori piles her plate full of everything. Yuri's portion is smaller and she eats slowly. Sitting next to her plate is a cup full of tea. Natsuki, much like Sayori, starts piling food on her plate before Sayori leans over and whispers something to her friend. Natsuki pauses and nods before taking smaller portions. Meiji's parents take an average amount of food. So girls, has Meiji been behaving? I start coughing in surprise. Mom, what the hell? There. Was that proper voice acting for you?
Language, dear.
Right, sorry.
Meiji has been nothing but kind to us. He even graciously said we could use your home to help with the festival preparations.
Yes, he told us about that last night. It was an impulse. I mean, Sayori's house isn't as big as ours, and we needed the room.
Relax, it's okay with us. And it's also okay with us if you use the house tomorrow for your baking. As long as you behave, Meiji.
The girls all laugh as Meiji and I both blush hard. I facepalm to try and hide it. Ugh, really, Mom?
You just look so cute like that. In any case, with all of us here, we can probably finish Yuri's project in very little time. And with that, I hereby turn over complete control of today to Yuri.
All eyes turn to the raven-haired lass.
I've never... Why don't you start by telling us what you want to see?
What are you envisioning for the atmosphere during the festival?
Of course. Let's see. Well, I admit I wasn't expecting so much help, so I've had to rethink my plans a bit. Before I came here, I went out and bought a few more items.
She points to a few bags sitting on the counter.
I was going to have a banner and an essential oil diffuser to set the mood, but I think there should be more than that. I feel like we can make this an experience just as much as we can make it an event. I was thinking about rearranging the desks in the classroom, but then Natsuki mentioned she was going to make cupcakes. After that, I figured we should leave the desks alone, since I was also planning on making some kind of small hors d'oeuvres.
I can't! Don't throw foreign words at me. I no speak good.
You can use our kitchen if you want. Thank you for the offer, Jesus-san.
Rearranging desks. Yes, I was able to read that. Thank you. 4 minutes later. CodeErr, I'm stuck. Who do you think is gonna say that? Probably Monica, knowing her.
I had some thoughts about food.
What were you planning on making?
Deviled eggs for one. And some small sandwiches. Something that can be eaten without noise being made. And also something small enough that they can go and enjoy the other food stands around the school afterwards.
We might as well call ourselves the cooking club. The girls chuckle at my bad joke. But those are some really good choices, Yuri. How many do you think we should make for everything?
I'm not sure yet. Monica?
Monica looks over at me. I subtly shake my head.
I think you should make that decision.
Hey, what are you doing? Meiji sounds a bit worried now. Yuri needs a bit of a push so she can become more proactive in her life, I think. Right now she's more reactive than anything else, but she has the potential to be a good leader. If Act 2 is any indicator anyway. Yes. Act 2. Oh, the fun we had with Yuri in Act 2 of the original game. Haha. Oh, I see. Yuri looks a bit nervous but takes a deep breath.
Well, I think it'd be wise to err on the safe side of optimism. And if we're wrong, we each can take the leftovers home so they won't be wasted. So possibly 50 of each, plus using all the eggs I just bought.
How much did all of that cost? I'm pretty surprised at how far you thought about this. Any ideas for the poem? As I said before, I have some rough ideas that popped into my mind earlier, but I'm not gonna start writing anything until I'm finished with today. I might not even start writing the poem today. I might write that tomorrow, so I have a whole day. Have a little bit more time, because if I write it now, I'm just gonna be thinking about sleep. So kind of rough ideas. Well, since it's about quantum physics, it's a lot about, things being in multiple states at once. Things being in uncertainty. And I think I might be able to take a bit more of a metaphorical approach to this. And that's currently where my thought process is going. And I think that might be a little bit easier than to try to write a literal explanation of quantum physics in poem form. But yeah, because Rob also graciously wanted me to write a poem about quantum physics and redeemed their points for me to do so. And since points have been redeemed, I have to do it. Is this the story's endgame? Well, not entirely. Because currently it's Saturday. We're also going to be working on Sunday. But yeah, we're getting close to the end, I think. but we might not be able to finish today, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, Saturday right now, then Sunday is also coming up where we have more projects, and then Monday is the day of the festival where the original Games Act 1 ended. So I'm not sure if we're actually gonna experience Monday, or if the game is gonna end the mod is gonna end right before Monday, or if we're actually gonna go a little bit past Monday. I am not sure, but I'm thinking it's gonna end around Monday somewhere. Not entirely sure. Yuri waves her hands, guessing my intention. Don't mind me, just completely unprepared for reading today.
Oh, no, you don't have to pay me back. Matey, just let it be.
Oh shit, I've heard that tone plenty of times. That's her don't do anything stupid tone, just do what she says. Yes, Mom, sorry, Yuri.
It's okay, really. I appreciate the sentiment. Well,
Consult Natsuki? Ha! Yeah, consult the one who's malnourished.
What should we focus on first? Well, I have a few things planned that you could help with. For example, I think I would like to make a few banners instead of just the one. I have some designs I came up with last night. They're in my notebook. Can I see? Can I see?
Hey, whoa, calm down, girl. At least wait until we're done.
Aw, poo!
Everyone laughs a bit at Sayori's cute pouting face. You mean go baka. Yes. The very fun tsundere girl who's always like, it's not like I like you or anything, baka. You know her. You know her, you love her, she's fun. Anything else you think we can do to spice up the atmosphere? Yeah, so we're putting in Japanese already? What about that? This mod already has Japanese phrases in here that are just, they come out of nowhere, but it's always phrases that everyone knows to some degree, so. Got a glimpse of baka.
Did I mention the candles? No, what have you planned for that? Well, I was thinking about blocking the windows with some black paper to darken the room. Then setting up the diffuser at the front near where the podium is now and placing aromatherapy candles around the room. I bought the appropriate amount of candles last night. That actually sounds amazing. You've really thought this out. Oh, of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess.
Oh, and what's that supposed to mean? Huh. That's less of an offended tone from her and more of a teasing one. Straight to the gates of hell. Does that mean we're exiting hell if we're going to the gates? Because I think the chat room has been in the depths of hell for a long time already. At least partially, but we already know that. Otherwise you would never have found this channel. Because this channel is torture. It's just pure cringe most of the time. You are the source of the flame, I know. Trying to climb back, I'm just gonna pull you back down. Don't you worry, you're not getting out of here. Unfortunately, Yuri being Yuri, doesn't pick up on the subtle tone.
I didn't mean anything by it, I promise. I just want to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more.
Relax, Yuri, I was just teasing. Go on. Go deny all the flames. Torch. I mean, it is for me, partially, especially when I'm playing this, because whenever I look back at this, I'm always like, did I seriously do those voices? If any of you have recorded your voice at some point, you know how cringy it often sounds listening back to your own voice on recording. And I feel the same way. By now I've slightly gotten more used to it because I've been doing this for a while. But it's still a little off-putting for me. And then I do these kinds of, and then I do my best to try voicing characters, and that doesn't really help at all when it comes to listening back to that stuff. Hate mine too. I think pretty much everyone hates their voice, at least at the beginning. I think a lot of people get used to it over time if they listen back to it a lot. But I think starting out, most people kind of dislike their own voice. I just get lost when I hear myself too. Oh well. Yuri takes a deep breath and continues. And so shall I. Let's continue.
Well, I was also thinking about playing some background music for the poem sharing, something that could match the poems we're going to perform. Not too loud, so as not to detract from the speakers, of course. I have a few in mind.
Wow, she's really thought this through. She seemed like the type to take responsibility seriously. Yeah, that makes sense.
Anything else? Not that I can think of right now.
Well, I've gotta say, those are some great ideas.
This reminds me of my days in school.
Let's see if I can ring. Had to restart the universe because Sayori drank coffee. Wow. Drink Sayori. Why would you drink Sayori? Wow. Back to the topic of you are what you eat, I guess, but this time more in the form of drinking.
I remember getting all excited for my club's part in the festival.
Okay, that's unexpected. What club was she in? I don't think she ever said. Really? What club were you in?
I was the president of the calligraphy club back in the day. You know, I got your dad here to join during our second year.
I like that. I don't like that. I look over briefly at Monica and she looks back. History repeating itself. I look over at Sayori and she's got a similar look in her eyes. Tatsuo chuckles nervously. Yeah, she dragged me there on one day after school. Were you two friends back then?
Yeah, we met when we were first years in high school. We went to Sakura Academy, same as you guys. I still have my old uniform and can still fit into it too.
Parents are the same everywhere, finding new ways to embarrass their kids. I can't really see Dad as the calligraphy type. No offense, Dad, but you don't really strike me as the calligraphy type. I've been into it ever since I joined that club. I still pick up a quill whenever the urge strikes me to write some kanji. Is your dad like an older version of you? Well, he is my dad, wise ass. You don't say. Yare yare. Damn it, we had that earlier in chat as well. Yare yare. Did you just yare yare me? I did. What you gonna do about it? Where you take cookies? Steal from Nat. Oh, if Natsuki's gonna let you steal cookies, then by all means, go ahead. Yare yare does it. I did. What you gonna do about it? I can feel Meiji rolling his eyes. Well, you learn something new every day. I finally finished my breakfast. That was incredible.
Glad you liked it.
You're an amazing cook, Yuri. Where'd you learn?
Mostly cookbooks, but I have been looking at online recipes recently.
I hear Natsuki snort. Bet my cupcakes are better?
Of course they are. I am not very good at making pastries like that.
Perhaps you'll learn something tomorrow.
I look forward to it.
Spoiler. Ah. Was it now? Monica, Sayori, and I exchange another look, but this one more of relief than anything else. It's kind of nice to see those two becoming closer like this. It isn't surprising that two people like them would normally be at each other's throats, considering their differences. However, seeing them become closer like this is giving me hope. And I really need it. Yuri wipes her mouth and demurely with a napkin. I like Krabby Patty more. Ah, yes. Of course, we all like Krabby Patties. Bake me some. Are you going to finish that croissant?
now that it looks like we're all done, should we get started?
You're the boss. What should we do first?
Well, I believe we should start with the decoration for the wall opposite the windows. In that case, why don't we clean up, then head into the living room? Let my husband and I handle the dishes. You five have a lot of work to do, right? And you'll be using the kitchen later, so I'm sure you'll want a clean one.
Go on, we'll be fine. After we're done here, we'll be in the office if you need anything. Mom and Dad are both being serious here. Best not to argue. Monica looks like she wants to argue, but I put a hand on her shoulder. Come on, let's go. Nodding, Monica looks at Yuri.
Lead on.
Yuri grabs the supplies on the counter and heads into the living room. Going for like 20 to 30 minutes. Bye! Bye, boy! See ya in 20 to 30 minutes. Also, the music just kicked up. Now we're in the hype. Now the hype train is starting. Let's get to work! Once there, she begins rummaging through the bags from last night. She pulls out the diffuser, then turns to Meiji's room.
Jesus-san, is it okay if I use this here? I wanted to show everyone how it works.
Virus has been eliminated. Yes, sadly it's just the distraction virus and not the other virus that's currently going around everywhere. If that one was eliminated, everyone would be a lot happier, I think. But that has very little impact on this channel right now, so...
Of course you can. All you kids have fun.
And with that, Meiji's parents head back into the kitchen. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes the switch on the bottom. Moments later, a thin ray of vapor begins to sprout through a small hole in the top.
This is jasmine essential oil.
Oh, we're bringing out the jasmine. We're bringing out the jasmine essential oil. Bring out the aphrodisiac. This can't go wrong. 4 girls, 1 guy, and an aphrodisiac effect in the room. Fun. Very fun.
It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, it really does! Can you explain why you chose jasmine? Of course I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation.
Yes, much more than relaxation, if you know what I mean.
Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that will be perfect for sharing our poems?
Yes, all for sharing poems.
That's actually a good idea.
Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into the bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon, as well as origami paper. Right, I saw you get those last night, but can I ask what they're for? Oh jeez, are we gonna be folding paper cranes? I suck at making those.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like is to write a different kanji character on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them.
What for?
Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the kanji paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside.
You do catch more flies with honey.
What do you mean?
It's an expression from America. Basically, make something more inviting to get more people to come. Very creative there, Yuri.
I see. Thank you.
Wonder what that looks about. Yuri pulls out her notebook.
I figure those of us with the best handwriting can write the kanji characters, so Monica and I can write them.
There you go, praising yourself for a change.
Code, I think you, Sayori, and Natsuki can work on the designs I made for the banners. Sayori, I've seen you in art class and I think you'll be perfect for drawing the outlines. As long as you 3 paint in the lines, I'm sure we'll be okay.
Understood. I pull out the banner paper Yuri got last night. Major, do you have any newspaper? What for? To lay on the ground so we don't get the floor all dirty. No, we haven't ever gotten a paper around here, but maybe we can use some cardboard? Yuri, this paper's pretty thin. You know the paint will leak, right?
Yes, it will. I brought some extra paper to put under it.
Yuri pulls out a stack of large white paper. Oh, never mind then. I should have realized she'd think of that. Yeah. Sayori takes the notebook and looks over the designs. I sit on one side and look over her shoulder at the designs, and Natsuki sits on the other side. I look at the first design. Sakura Academy Literature Club welcomes you. Pretty simple. Okay. What's a spiral rainbow gradient? Hang on, let me just... There we go. Maybe put some quotes around the banner. Background color, blue sky with clouds. Ask Sayori to draw. Oh, blue sky! What a nice reference. I'm sure it's not an intentional one, but still. And then again, it might be intentional. But it's just a generic, very fun design. Very simple design you can go for, so yeah. I look at the first design. Then at the other. Hang on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Blue here, yellow here, merge with blue to make green. Red here, merge with yellow to make orange. Blue here, merge with red to make purple. Inspirational quotes across the banner. Yoshikawa? Okay. And yes, we're gonna look at all those. Hey Yuri?
Yes?
Yuri is in the middle of cutting some of the paper with a very intricate looking knife. What quotes are you planning on writing on this banner? I pointed at the second banner on the page.
Well, it would be more fun to surprise you all.
Fair enough. Also, where'd you get that knife? What's going on? Is chat okay? Hang on. It's saying connecting to chat. Has my chat died? Has my stream died? What's going on? Chat, are you okay? I think my chat might be dying. I hope it's just chat and not the stream itself that's dying, because if the stream is dying, then I am actually worried. Please just work. Please just work. Okay, it has worked. Okay, test. I don't know what happened there, but for some reason it just showed up as reconnecting. Apparently my chat just had problems for me, but apparently it's fine. Okay. Yes, it just suddenly showed up reconnecting to chat, and I was worried. Whoa! Okay. Virus infiltrated the system. Well, there you go. All the text boxes showed up again. So there you go. I wasn't just imagining the problem. I was actually having a problem here. Monica with the body shape of... Jimmy Neutron? Why that? I don't get it. Distraction restored. As now not only has chat distracted me, not only have the people in chat distracted me, but the chat box itself decided to pull a fast one on me. God damn it, I can't catch a break today. Which is ironic, because getting distracted by chat is technically a break from the game, so technically I am catching breaks by getting distracted. Back onto the game. Fair enough. Also, where do you get that knife? Calm down, you two. I haven't seen the knife in game, but it really is beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue if seen in a certain light. That's no ordinary pocket knife, it looks really fancy. You're repeating yourself. Yeah, and let's not get cut on it. Let's not get cut on it like the game. No kidding.
Well, it was a gift, and the first knife I could find at home before coming here. I was going to use it to cut the origami paper.
Wait, that's not the excuse she uses. What do you mean? She collects knives, remember? Maybe she's not comfortable sharing around everyone. Oh, right, gotcha. I bet it's because it's not hard for... I guess it's because it's not her and someone else alone. She's afraid of being judged. Well, it's an amazing gift, very high quality.
Would you like to hold it?
There's the knife, even in this universe, damn. To be fair, Act 1 is basically still... Even in the original game, she already had the knife collection in Act 1, remember that. And she did already cut herself in Act 1. She just didn't push it too far until Act 2 came around. And by push it too far, I mean push the knife too far into herself, like into her chest. Yuri nerfed? That's... Can you say that she was nerfed when she was like that from the beginning? Quite the opposite. Maybe she got buffed when Act 2 came around, you know? Got buffed in between acts. But everyone got buffed in a certain sense. All their negative traits were just buffed to hell and back. And that's not gonna happen this time. I'd definitely like to check it out. Sure, why not? Yuri carefully hands me the knife, with the handle facing me. Take it and turn it around in my hands. Feels heavy and extremely solid. It's definitely expensive. I wonder if it really was a gift. Wonder how sharp it is. Would be nice to play the Henry Stickman. Would be nice to play Henry Stickman with those distractions. Ah, yes. Good old distraction dance. Good old Henry Stickman distraction dance. Still, I think, I still think that out of all the things in Henry Stickman, I think Charles is much more fun than the distraction dance. But the distraction dance is coming in second. But Charles's plans are just, you can't top them. This is the greatest plan. Okay, wonder how sharp it is, flashbacks. Yeah, but we just told Meiji that we don't intend to get cut on it, like we did in the original game. Let's find out. Never mind, we are gonna cut ourselves. Everyone's watching now. Monika and Surya are doing their best to hide their discomfort. Natsuki's looking between the knife and Yuri with a hint of a worried expression. That look in Yuri's eyes is a bit worrisome. I grab a page of the white paper and slice cleanly through it. The blade goes through like a hot knife through butter. Impressed, I hand it back to her. Alright, we didn't cut ourselves. Well done. This is quite a sturdy and well-made knife.
Thank you. Well, enough of that. We should get back to work. Right, Monika, let's get back to it. Alright.
Monika grabs another blank origami page and resumes writing. Sayori grabs a pencil and begins sketching the second banner first.
Guys, I can do this! Natsuki Code, why don't you get water for the watercolor paint tablets?
Yay, nervous laughing. We didn't cut ourselves, yay. Yuri, you don't do that either, okay? Normally, while we leave, she would be cutting herself, right? In the original game, we leave to go grab the water and she would be cutting herself in the meantime. But now there are other people around, so she can't do that. We're a genius for doing this as a group. Group projects work out sometimes, don't they?
We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it will be too diluted.
Got it. Pull out the paint tablets and begin reading the instructions. Wait, I know what we can use to put these in. Oh yeah? What should we use? I've got some small plastic bathroom cups we can use. I'll show you where. Right. Meiji says he knows what we can use. Natsuki, let's go. I head to the downstairs shower room. Look under the sink. There should be a plastic bag with some of the cups there. Oh, she doesn't want to share her DNA. No finger licking today, because we cut paper instead of our finger. Because we are not as dumb as Meiji. Close, but not quite as dumb. I nod and quickly find what Meiji describes. I grab 6 cups and head back out to the kitchen. I begin filling the cups while Natsuki breaks open the taps. I decide to try and make some more conversation with Natsuki while we're alone. Hey Natsuki, did you get home alright last night? That was quite a storm. Huh? Oh. Yeah, I managed. Dad wasn't too happy with me making plans so late though. Ah, I'm sorry about that. It's alright, I just got a lecture again, I'm used to it. Well, if you say so, if it was just a lecture and nothing more, then I guess I can't say anything else. I really want to help her open up, but it sounds like she's still a bit guarded. Best to let the matter drop for now. She could be out. She could be cut with paper. Why would she get paper cuts? She has a very nice looking and well functioning knife, so she doesn't need paper cuts. Grittier teeth in case you receive a slap. Alright, always gotta be prepared for a slap here. Natsuki and I begin to mix the tablets in the cups with some stir sticks. So Code, in your life, did you read any manga? I read a couple, yes. Which ones? Let's see, aside from what I'm reading now, The World, God Only Knows, Student Council Members, and Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out. Well, there's a topical reference. I haven't read that, but I've watched the anime. Ah, yes. At least one of those I know. I know one of them. I feel like I've accomplished something. I'm not entirely culturally ignorant. References. Yeah, references, alright. I'll be honest, in my fabricated reality, I was more into anime than manga. Yes! Yes. Yes. But now that I'm friends with you and Meiji, I feel like you're gonna make me read a lot more. You're damn right I am. I'm gonna make you read until your eyes fall out. Don't appreciate that one. Don't appreciate that one, because I know it can happen in the game. It doesn't always happen. It doesn't always happen, but sometimes when you play the game, I think it is actually for Natsuki. It's either for Natsuki or Yuri, but I think it's for Natsuki, that her eyes just randomly pop out of her skull at some point. And fall down. Horrible, and I hope that doesn't happen. Read, yes, I shall read. I've heard of the first two. I like the first one, and the second one's a bit too ranchy for my taste. What's the third manga? I've never heard of it. Me neither, what is it? Damn it, Uzaki-chan doesn't come out until December of this year. Oh! Well, shit. Sorry, that one isn't out yet. Oh, okay. Sorry, I mean, I'm looking forward to that one. It looks interesting. It's supposed to be coming out this December. Stare into her eyes. Be her pupil. Good one. Are you proud of yourself? I hope you are. Because that one wasn't actually too bad. And thank you for the follow. Oh god, that's a long name. Bros or McDonald. I know McDonald. I'm just gonna call you McDonald. Because that is a long name. Also, welcome to the stream and thank you very, very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. And damn it, another text message to decipher. The lemon monster takes eyes as well. Fun fact, thank you for that. Green Jimmy need. Ah! Anyway, just thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Don't you try to throw any kind of positive stuff my way. Because despite what I've said multiple times, I'm still not perfect at handling anything, any positive feedback. Which was why when one guy came out to the stream just to throw insults at me, that was more up my alley, because that one I could handle perfectly fine. That one was one I knew what to talk about. Nah, it's not that I dislike compliments or anything. It's just I don't get them as often. Still more ever since I started streaming, I've started getting them more frequently, and I do appreciate them. But it's always a little bit weird for me because I don't feel like I deserve any compliments of any kind. I'm getting distracted. Sorry. What's it about? A young Kohai girl at a college teasing her senpai. Interesting concept. I might look into that one. Is that it's called Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out? Yeah, that's the one. Got it. So, you said you're into anime more? How come? I shrug. That's a tough question. Maybe I'm more into the fact that anime is colorized. Also, there are some times when it's hard to tell what's happening in some scenes, like in fight scenes, you know. Oh, I never read manga like that. I chuckle and decide to tease her a bit. Right, I take it you're more into slice of life and possibly romance manga? So what if I do, huh? Whoa, calm down there. We all have our guilty pleasures. Interspecies reviewers. What, did someone say something? Not me. And besides, Parfait Girls does actually have some fighting. Whoa, thanks for the spoiler, Natsuki. Natsuki covers her mouth immediately. Oops, sorry, spoilers. Matey and I both raise an eyebrow. There's fighting in it, eh? I'm looking forward to that then. Same here. Good. I start on the next tablet. Hey, please let me know if this is an insensitive question, but is Parfait Girls complete? No, she didn't finish it. Oh, I'm sorry for bringing it up. No, don't be. I'm gonna be the one to finish it. She left me some notes on what she wanted to do with it, but she also said I could continue if I wanted. I can't wait to improve to her level. You're definitely on your way, if what you showed me yesterday was any indication. Thank you. Oh, by the way, I just remembered, you never told me the idea for the name of that manga yesterday. Damn it, why? Is it really such a big thing that you don't tell her? I don't know. I know we're gonna be telling them eventually, so what's the harm in hinting now? He has a point. No matter how much I try to think of an excuse, nothing seems to stick. Wakey wakey, no spacing out, space cowboy? Natsuki flicks some water in my face. Sorry, I was just talking to Meiji for a bit. Oh, okay. Forgot how to install Turkey mod. I wanted to install one, but I forgot. Alright, so you know how to access the game files, right? I mean, the game itself, if you played it, tells you how to access the game files. And if you go on the mod pages to download any additional the mod files, usually you just extract it. And it tells you which files, down to which folder you need to go, and then you just drag all that over into the game directory. Normally that should do it, but oh well. Hang on a second. Interspecies reviewers was I mean, that's one way of looking at it, but it's officially an anime, but yeah, it certainly went into that direction. Got distracted, my assistant was telling me something. Can you restart? Alright. Here we go. Mod installing tutorial with code. Just without any visuals, so you're gonna just have to take my words and put them into action. So, if you already played the game, then you should know how to access the game's files, because it tells you how to do that. So, make sure you have the game's files up, and then you download the files you need for the mod. Then the mod page should tell you down to which folder you need to go into the files, and you just get all the files and drag them into your game directory. And that should usually just do it. It should be that simple. And then just make sure that the game's not open when you do this, and when you start up the game, it should be working. Bardex Gaming, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great day. And yes, we're hanging out with Natsuki right now, but technically speaking, we're hanging out with everyone right now. Nothing weird going on here, despite what Natsuki's choice of clothes says. So, you know, that's... No one here is being weird. Other than Natsuki's clothes, but... That's a different story. Oh, okay. So, the name... Well, I told you that it would fit better for a visual novel or dating sim, so I'd still like to know. I sigh. Doki Doki Literature Club? Oh. My God. That's hilarious. I roll my eyes as Natsuki starts doubling over laughing. She even snorts. Yeah, that's how I thought she'd react. Okay, you're done. just 1 second. That's such a generic name. Laugh it up, Tsuneball. I begin gathering up the finished paint cups and put them on a tray. When we get back into the living room, I notice that the floor is now covered with white paper that Yuri brought. Monika and Yuri are still writing kanji characters. Sayori's already working on the first banner. Whoa, Yuri wasn't lying. You're pretty good at art there, little bun.
I like to draw. Anyway, that banner's ready for painting.
Thanks, Natsuki and I have the paint ready. I placed the tray of paint on top of the banner. Sayori, you want us to wait for you to finish that other banner, or should we start?
This one's gonna take me a while, so you two go ahead and start on that one. I marked the colors in light pencil.
Great, thanks. I'm gonna grab some music to play and then let's get started on this. I head upstairs, grab my phone and Bluetooth speaker from my backpack. Heading back down, I put on some soft instrumental music. For a long while, the 6 of us don't talk, but it's not an uncomfortable silence. We're all so confused that we're all so focused, not confused. I am confused reading this right now for no reason. We're all so focused that we zone out. When Monika and Yuri finish the origami, they begin carefully cutting small holes in the paper and threading the ribbon through it. I overhear them discussing the appropriate length.
How long do you think we should make these? Well, let me see.
The two stand and Yuri grabs a spool of ribbon. What happened to the bullies? I don't know, honestly. We haven't seen them again since the principal came in. I think they're currently suspended. At least the leader of this bullying circle is suspended. And some people are talking about how she might potentially get expelled, but that hasn't been confirmed. So, yeah. We don't know what happened since we haven't seen them. Now that's a surprise. Well, yeah. Which mod are you playing? World of Dreams. Basically, all the characters have been altered to be a little bit more realistic when it comes to their looks. So Natsuki's blonde for some reason. Yuri's hair is black. Monika's hasn't changed at all. And Sayori's has become a slightly different shade of brown. Anyway, quick plot summary. Meiji is the main character, and we one day just woke up in his body and took control over his body, while he himself is now sitting in the back of our mind, just talking about how we should be doing stuff to most convincingly act out his life. Monika, of course, already knows that we have basically replaced Meiji, and we've also told Sayori by now. So, yeah. The two stand and Yuri grabs a spool of ribbon. Also, we're trying to prevent the events from the original game from happening. Both head to the door.
The store is about the same height as the ones at school, so about here, I think. We don't really need them all the way down. And we are going to have the doors open during the beginning, right? That's what I was thinking, yeah, but while we're presenting poems, I'm gonna close the doors. Of course.
I hear scissors being cut through ribbons. Then the two girls come back in and continue threading. Monika and my eyes meet briefly. Oh jeez, that's one hardcore flirt. Monika! Wouldn't you just wish to one day wake up in the world of DDLC and have Monika aggressively flirt with you? Wouldn't you just love to have that be the case? Sayori looks over at me too. Oh wow, those two. Damn it. Give me a letter, man. Why am I trying to decipher that? This conversation is not meant for me. That's between you. Anyway, oh wow, those two. We have seriously got to find a way to separate permanently. Being in one room with you isn't gonna be enough for long. Do you wanna try again tonight? Yeah, please. I'll let Monica and Sayori know later. Thanks. No problem. I pause, then grin. You know, you two could always have 7 minutes of heaven. You two could always have 7 minutes of heaven in the closet. Ah! Don't do that. Well, Monica flirts with the protag, that's a positive. She doesn't flirt with with Meiji, you know. She doesn't flirt with the technical protagonist. She flirts with the player. But technically we are in the protagonist's body still. So it's a bit awkward because we are in his body and he's conscious and he notices her constantly flirting with us, while he himself is now a couple with Sayori. So 2 personalities in one body basically, who flirt with 2 different people. And it's awkward. Especially because the one who's in control isn't the one whose body it was originally. Ah, fun. Fun. But yeah, it's still... But yeah, as to explain that particular line, if we go into the space classroom, remember that from Act 3 of the original game, we can technically separate for the duration of us being in there. Once we go back out, we merge back into one again. So that's why he's saying you could always have 7 minutes of heaven in the closet, because we could be separate, but only as long as we both stay in the room. As soon as one of us leaves, the other is gonna get dragged back out as well. So if they want their 7 minutes of heaven, we would have to be in the same room. Which is probably not what they want. Hey! I feel him blush again. What's funny? Just teasing Meiji again. I go back to painting. Natsuki and I decide to start at opposite ends and work towards the center, which is actually working well for us. Help! You don't get help. Eventually I look at the DVD player. 11:57 AM. Sayori's stomach makes a loud grumbling noise.
Sorry about that.
Just then, Minako walks in.
I think that's a good excuse as any for a meal break.
How do sandwiches sound to everyone?
That's good. Sounds good to me.
Same here.
Thank you for your further hospitality. That sounds great, Jesus-san.
Oh, Mom, could you make sure that Monika's food is vegetarian?
Oh, is that true, Asano-san? Yes.
Well, how does an old American favorite, peanut butter and jelly, sound? I love those.
When I went to visit America in high school, I discovered the old PB&J, as they call it over there. That sounds lovely. I've never had that, actually. Can I have one too? I have heard of those sandwiches. I admit I'm a bit curious to try one too.
Sounds interesting enough to me. Can I try one too? Me too, please.
Cool, I've got 4 potential converts. I'll go and make them for you.
She heads back into the kitchen. She makes pretty good sandwiches. I look forward to trying them. The 5 of us stand and stretch.
Looks like you two are almost done painting the banners. Indeed, they both look good. With the progress we're making, we should be done with these in perhaps another half hour to an hour. Yes, then we can get started on the food portion. How long will that take? Not too long, I believe. Perhaps a couple of hours. That sounds great.
Hey, Code, where's the toilet? It's right down the hall, and it's the door on your right. Thanks. Natsuki heads off.
Do the Jesus have another toilet?
Oh yeah, they have one. They have an upstairs one. Head upstairs, and right on the left there's a door with a small window. That's the upstairs toilet.
Thank you.
But Yuri, I know you want to use the restroom, but don't go and cut yourself, okay? That's not what you're here for. You're here to focus on work. Yuri heads off as well. As soon as they're gone, I lower my voice. You guys, Meiji wants to try and work more in the space classroom tonight.
Oh, I'm not sure if I can make it tonight. Mom wants me home at a decent time. Actually, I can help with that.
Monica hands Sayori and me 2 different pens. The one she hands me is an emerald green version of hers, while Sayori's is sky blue.
Last night I figured out how to open up both doors at the same time. Basically, if one of the doors to the classroom is open, then if someone uses their keys, it will open the second door. This way we can meet if we're separated.
Oh, so there are 2 doors in the space classroom. I didn't realize that that was the case. But it makes sense because classroom, longer, 2 doors, one in the front, one in the back, makes sense. Didn't have that in my school. But you always see it in anime and stuff. I think it's very common for Japanese classrooms at least to have 1 door in the front and 1 in the back. Unscrew the pen cap and see the familiar shaped key underneath. Sayori does the same with hers.
Whoa!
So, I think you can meet up tonight?
I'll try.
Good. So it's a double date. I head into the kitchen. I see Minako making sandwiches at the counter.
Jesus-san, is there any way we can help? Oh, don't worry about that. You guys took care of breakfast, so let me take care of lunch. Are you sure?
I'm sure. The sandwiches will be done in a few minutes. Why don't you take a seat?
Where are the other 2? They'll be here soon. They went to the toilet.
Oh, got it. What do you want to drink?
Do you have any melon soda?
We always do. This one doesn't stop guzzling it. Guilty.
Same for me, if I may. Back at my place, my parents never let me have soda, so I'm curious to try.
I'll get you guys some. There's some bottles in the fridge, enough for everyone if I'm remembering right. I open the fridge. One of the shelf doors in the fridge is dedicated to the green soda. I grab 3 bottles and place them on the counter. I then grab 3 glasses. Hey, do you guys have ice? Not right now, sorry. What's all the hubbub? We're just discussing soda. Do you want some? I hold up one of the bottles. Is that melon soda? You betcha! I grab another bottle and glass and begin preparing. Soon I hear Yuri coming down the stairs. Hey Yuri, do you want any... are you okay?
No, I'm fine. It was just a bit warm upstairs is all.
She definitely cut herself again. How sad. It happened again. Also, chat just disconnected again. So if you send a message now, it will probably send the whole previous wall of text again. Hooray. No, never mind, it reconnected before anything else happened. Unless it's still gonna show up. But I think we're fine. I think it's not showing up. Okay. 2 times today. That's never happened before. I've never had to worry about chat disconnecting. And now it's happened twice. Who is this Meiji? Is it another protagonist too? Meiji is the person whose body we're in. So basically, Meiji is the protagonist of DDLC. And we are someone who's played DDLC before. And one day we went to sleep and woke up in the main character's body. And basically took control from him. He's still conscious and he's talking to us in our brain. But we have complete control over his body. And... yeah. That's basically the plot of the game. And Monica is, by the way, Monica is the one responsible for us being here. But that's to be expected. You know Monica, she loves flirting with the player, doesn't she? But yeah, since we have played the game, we are trying to prevent the events from the game from happening. And Meiji, well, he basically knows, we've talked to him a lot. Monica, of course, knows because she brought us in here. And we've recently told Sayori to try and make sure everything works out. So hopefully she won't kill herself. But yeah, Meiji and us were just teasing each other constantly. Because, well, What would you do if if someone took over your body / you took over someone else's body? Of course you'd constantly be going at each other over every little thing that happens. If you took over someone's body, you'd be constantly teasing them for everything they've done in the past, and if your body was being taken over, naturally you're basically observing someone living your life for you, so you can critique them all the time and make fun of anything they do. But, you know, gotta be a little bit worried about them potentially ruining your life for you, which Meiji can be glad that we are not trying to ruin his life. Quite the opposite, in fact. But anyway, yeah, Yuri totally cut herself while she was upstairs, didn't she? That's why she's so nervous. She cut herself, I just know. Yeah, she's probably lying. Monika and Sayori probably think so too. Better not question it. It's probably better to let her open up to us on her own over time. Well, we're all having melon soda with our lunch. Would you like some too, or would you like me to make you some tea?
I wouldn't mind trying some. I have not had much soda in my life, and I've heard melon soda is quite delicious.
Coming right up. I grab another bottle of soda and a glass. After putting them on a small tray, I carry the glasses to the table, setting them before each girl. Sayori immediately begins drinking.
So good!
Natsuki takes a big gulp, ending it with a satisfied sigh. That's the stuff. What is she, a businessman having an after-work beer? Mona takes the glass in her hand, then brings it to her lips, sipping it.
Well, I always knew soda was supposed to be made using carbon dioxide, but I didn't realize it'd be so fizzy.
Yuri takes her glass, inhales the melon scent, then takes a small sip.
Indeed, it is quite a unique drink, and quite refreshing too. Melon soda is delicious!
Definitely one of my top favorites. Wish we could afford them. Maybe I should let her have one. Just then Monika does something completely unexpected. She burps. Ooh, Monika burp. Showing her imperfections. Can't help it, I burst out laughing at the blushing club president. The other girls are in hysterics at this. Soon even Monika is laughing. As we're laughing, Minako walks over.
So, how far have you all gotten in your preparations? Well, we've about finished one banner, and the other one shouldn't take too long either. Monika and I are almost finished with the calligraphy. And when you're done with all that, you're going to start food prep, yes? Correct. Well, if you need anything during that, Meiji knows where the major cookware is. And if you need something he doesn't know, come find me. Thank you, Shizu-san.
Meiji's mom then motions me over. Yes, what is it, Mom? She lowers her voice.
So who are you going to choose?
What do you mean, who am I going to choose?
Oh, come on, Meiji, it's pretty obvious those girls all like you. Even the tsundere like one.
Wow, she even knows anime terminology. She knows stereotypes, hooray. No, they like you, not me, and I already have a girlfriend. I refuse to be a harem protagonist, dude. I refuse. Why though? Yeah, no, I get it. It's A, I'm not sure if they'd even be on board, and B, while it might sound nice in theory, that's a lot of work you're gonna have to take care of if you have multiple girls to take care of. That's just, you're never gonna have any free time to yourself anymore. Oh, but it's every man's dream, so why the hell not? Mom, I just met 3 of them. That's not really enough time, don't you think?
I know, dear. But if you want my honest opinion, I think that you and Sayori would make the perfect couple.
Wow, Mom thought that too. Well, good news, I'm already in a relationship with her. Good on you, Meiji. Refuse harem That's the best. Harem is the best cooks, though. Well, Also, when it comes to cooking, if we had a harem, we would technically have Yuri and Natsuki. Natsuki with the baking, Yuri for the actual cooking. Why would we need to cook? You know? Oh, but has the best cooking as in he has the best stuff to eat, yes. Not as in has the best cooking skill. interpreted that sentence entirely wrong. I apologize. Unless I interpreted it wrong the second time, in which case I apologize again. Even more so. Well, good news, I'm already in a relationship with her. You go, Meiji. But technically, I'm the one who has to take care of everything for this relationship right now, because you're not in control. I am. Should I tell her that? That's a whole other can of worms. Besides, I feel like in the event that you and I do separate, we're going to need to tell your parents about the game. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. I haven't even thought about that yet. Same with Meiji. No, that's not quite right. We've both just refused to think about it. Telling the original Dokis is an eventual inevitability, but anyone else? What would the parents think? What would Moriko Tonoha or Kozue think? Meiji, you okay? Minako gently shakes my shoulder. Huh? Oh, sorry mom, I've been spacing out a bit recently. Do you want to see a doctor? For spacing out? No mom, but thanks. Well, if you're sure, then okay. Help me carry these plates to the table, will you please? Sure. I grab 2 plates and carry them over. I place them in front of Monika and Sayori. Minato puts the other 2 in front of Yuri and Natsuki. You 5, enjoy. When you're done, just leave the plates in the sink. I'll get to them later. Meiji's mom then leaves. I take a seat, and after saying the traditional Japanese thanks for the food, we all begin eating. Wow! For once, the game didn't spell out itadakimasu. A rarity in this mod. So good! Sayori, you repeated yourself, you say that every time. Sayori, no talking with your mouth full, it's rude. I reach over and give her forehead a gentle flick. Ow! Meanie? The other girls giggle. I've gotta admit, this is better than I imagined. Indeed it is. There's a very enjoyable blend of both sweetness and saltiness from both fillings, and the smoother texture of the grape jelly helps to overcome the stickiness of the peanut butter. I have heard that some Americans prefer crunchy peanut butter to creamy. I wonder how that would affect the taste. Leave it to Yuri to turn lunch into a culinary review? I give Yuri a reassuring smile as the other girls giggle. Are you sure you aren't a harem protagonist? Harem protagonist? How do you pronounce it, by the way? I think harem... I more commonly pronounce it as harem. But sometimes I say harem. Sometimes I change pronunciations like it's nobody's business. Sometimes like, yeah, now I'm pronouncing it like this, now I'm pronouncing it like that. I honestly... I don't know what is wrong with my brain. Other than everything, but... you know. You know that I know that everyone knows. That my brain is just... yeah, just a pile of garbage. That's not really something to joke about here. You're no fun sometimes. Yeah, I know. I take another bite. By the way, when are you planning on telling the other girls about the world? Probably after the first day of the festival. This is your last one before graduating, so I want them to have a pleasant experience. It's going to do the same for Sayori, but that happened. Yeah, well, I guess there wasn't much choice in that, was there? But what if someone else asks? What should we say then? It's not like we can keep the secret forever. It was a pretty flimsy one to begin with. If it comes down to it, I'm sure Yuri will understand if we ask her to wait. It's Natsuki I'm more worried about. She's pretty volatile. Pff, yeah, no kidding. But I think she can listen to reason if we're all there to explain it to her. That's what I'm hoping, especially Sayori. She's the peacekeeper of this group. Damn right she is! Meiji sounds proud of his new girlfriend. I finish my sandwiches and look up to hear the other girls in an animated discussion. I'm more of a sports drink girl, actually. Not that I don't like soda, because seriously, melon soda is the bomb. Hang on. Charger... Higher... Oh, your charger broke. Ah, that's... Sorry to hear that, sorry to hear that. Do you have a backup charger, or do you only have that one? In any case, I hope you still have some charge left, so you don't have to worry about getting a new charger as soon as possible. But still, it's always better to get one sooner rather than later if the current one breaks. Now I say that, but I technically still use one of my chargers which has some exposed wires already. But it's not too bad, it still works, so it's fine. Who cares about a little exposed wiring? It's not like it's not like that's a safety hazard or anything, nah. But something that tastes good, like Energy Aid or something like that, is the best for me. Energy Aid? Really? I can kind of guess what that might represent here. Yeah. Yes, I can see why that would appeal to people. I'm sure you all can guess quite easily, but tea is my main choice for a drink. However, if I had to choose a cold beverage, well, it'd be a tie between lemonade and iced tea. The iced tea I could have guessed, but why lemonade? I have fond memories of those two particular drinks. My parents and I actually used to live in the country about 100 kilometers north of here in Akita Prefecture. Huh, wonder what prefecture we're in then. I don't know Japan all that well. Honestly, yeah. Whenever we had hot summer days, Mom would make fresh lemonade for me and Dad. I would read on the porch while taking sips of one or the other, depending on what we all wanted. There's nothing quite like a refreshing cold drink on a hot day. That's actually really sweet. It's good to have fun childhood memories like that. How about you, Sayori? What's your favorite cold drink? I like milk! Plain chocolate or strawberry. It's so tasty. That is so you. She's always like those. In fact, I'm almost sure we have some powdered mix somewhere. Yeah, I guess I do like some childish things, don't I? There is nothing inherently wrong with that. Indulging in certain activities that society deems childish can be healthy. The adult world is stressful, and there are plenty of times where we all need to just relax and take our mind off things. That way, when you return to your normal adult life, you can feel refreshed. That's what hobbies are for. That's our Yuri, so smart! Thank you, but I'm not as smart as that. I just read a lot. Well, Monica, you never told us what your favorite cold drink was. Well, that's a tough question, but if I had to choose, probably smoothies. Especially fruit smoothies, they're refreshing and very good for you. And you're right, Yuri, cold drinks on a hot summer's day really are refreshing. You know, I've actually started drinking smoothies quite a bit recently. I'm guessing it's just a temporary phase, though, but also it depends on what kind. I only go for one specific kind, that usually being mixes including either strawberries, apples and or bananas. Those are basically the classic go-to options because they're just really tasty. All the sweet fruits. I can really get behind those kinds of smoothies. So, there you go. I'm agreeing with Monica on this one. Though I have to admit chocolate milk is good every now and then. It really is. I am... What is it? Honored? I am honored? Is that what it's saying? There's this small shop in the old town that makes amazing smoothies. I'll take you over there sometime. Ooh, sounds good, I can't wait! Smoothies, eh? Sounds good to me. I'm interested as well. Sounds cool. I look around to see that everyone's finished. I stand and begin gathering the plates. Well, that was a good meal. Why don't you all head back out to the living room? I'll clean up the table and join you shortly.
Okay then, everyone, let's go.
Everyone leaves except Yuri. Oh dear, this can't be good. Yeah. Yuri, is everything okay?
Code?
What is she doing? Yes?
Can I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead. Is it about your knife collection? Are you, gonna tell us? Just, not in front of everyone else.
Even if it's personal.
This is weird. She's trembling. Not knowing why, I reach over and take her hand in mine. Yuri, if you're afraid of me hating you because of a simple question, don't be. I could never hate any of you. Or is she gonna confess?
Code, there's been something on my mind recently. I've been pondering your explanation as to how you appeared in Meiji's mind ever since you brought it up on Wednesday, and a few things don't add up.
Such as?
Your knowledge of American culture is too advanced for someone who claims to be a separate personality.
She's gonna figure it out. So, Yuri's the next one we're gonna have to tell about our secret. So Natsuki's the last one to find out. That's gonna make her feel very special, being the last one to join us in this discussion. Wasn't 20 minutes, but anyways. Snow, yes. Also, welcome back, Rob. I think we're just about to tell Yuri about our secret. Maybe.
From what Sayori has told us of Meiji, he doesn't seem like the person to pick up a book like Sense and Sensibility unless it was for school. He also doesn't seem like the kind of person who would actually study American culture widely enough to be able to create an American personality. I don't know why you're lying, but please don't take me for a fool. I hope I'm right in assuming you have a valid reason for keeping the entire truth from us. So, why?
Figures she'd be one of the first to figure it out on her own. What the fuck are you gonna do? Let me think. Well, hurry! I begin thinking about how to respond to Yuri. I can understand Meiji's own fear, but since I can feel what he feels, his own fear on top of my own isn't helping me think calmly. Hang on a second. Never mind. Just forgot to plug in the extension cord. Oh, glad to hear everything works. Glad to hear it was just a mistake on your end. Take a few deep breaths, then turn to Yuri. Yuri, I'm sorry, I understand. I understand how you feel, but the truth is, I lose all words, my mind racing to try and come up with something to say. The ending bells are near. Wait, actually? Are we not gonna go to Sunday? I thought, because we're currently only on Saturday, I thought we would still experience baking on Sunday. So are we really ending it so soon? Huh. I lose all words, my mind racing to try and come up with something to say. To my complete surprise, Yuri reaches down and takes my hand in hers, holding it up in much the same way I had just done. She's pretty bold all of a sudden.
Code, Meiji, I understand that you don't know us that well, but no one in the clubs likes being lied to. Please, can't you tell me why?
Take another deep breath, my mouth has gone completely dry. You're right, I have been lying about where I came from, and I know I have no right to ask this, but I look into her eyes with as serious an expression as I can muster. Reaching over, I put my hand on her shoulder, holding them gently but firmly as I try to remain calm. The truth is, extremely dangerous to just spring on someone without warning. Besides myself and Meiji, Monika and Sayori both know the truth, and Sayori only recently, and only because I felt like I had no choice. Please believe me when I say we fully intend to tell you and Natsuki.
Code, you're serious, aren't you?
I nod slowly. I know I have no right to ask this of you, but please, please wait. I want to tell you all after the festival. Okay. I let her go, slowly letting my arms fall to their sides. Meiji and I wait with bated breath, hoping against hope for her answer.
Coda, can you give me a good reason for me to trust you? You keep on lying to us. You do realize what that does to trust, don't you?
Yeah, I can't deny that.
Code, Meiji, is everything okay in there?
Sayori is looking into the kitchen worriedly. Yuri turns to her.
Sayori, I know that Code's been lying to us again.
Sayori freezes, looking between Yuri and me. I look away, heart aching. I clench my teeth in frustration. Damn it, this isn't how I wanted it to happen. Damn right, but what can we do about it? You wanted to tell them all after the festival. Do we tell her or no? Before I can reply, Sayori swiftly steps in between me and Yuri.
Hey Yuri, I don't know what Code has told you, but if you can't trust him anymore, can you trust me, please? What he wants to keep secret, is big, very big.
She puts her hands together and bows in a very polite way, and uses Japanese polite language. Oh, she's talking Keigo now. Interesting.
I humbly beg of you, please.
Whoa, she uses Keigo? Yeah, looks that way. Wow. Yuri looks completely surprised by Sayori's change of tone. She closes her eyes and begins thinking. Sayori looks over at me with a sympathetic smile. I smile back gratefully for her timely intervention.
I have never seen you this serious before. If even you're using Keiko,
she takes another breath.
I will trust you.
Thank God.
But I fully expect you to tell me Natsuki after the first day of the festival, not after the week. That's non-negotiable, I'm sorry.
I think I can get Monika to agree to that. Thank you, Yoshika-san.
Code, why did you use my last name?
I look down, unable to look Yuri in the eyes. I don't feel worthy to call you by your first name anymore, so... Am I still worthy? Trail off.
Code, look at me.
Her voice is calm and kind. I look up into her beautiful hazel eyes.
I may be upset with you right now, but that doesn't mean that's permanent. I can't read people that well, but even I can tell keeping this secret is hurting you. I would assume it's the same for Meiji too.
You have no idea. I nod silently.
Then don't say you're not worthy to say my first name. If Sayori is willing to speak on your behalf like this, I can surely trust that whatever reason you have must be a very important one.
I feel suddenly weak in the knees, but refuse to let it show. I bow. You've no idea how relieved I am to hear that. Tell you what, after I tell you, I will owe you one favor, redeemable at any time. Same for you, Sayori, and the same for Natsuki when I tell her.
What about Monika?
She's... Well, I guess you could say that she's already told me what she wants. Oh, has she now?
Well, if you say so.
Alright, what are the three of you doing in here? Trust, gang. We have earned everyone's trust, and I am happy for that. Except for Natsuki, who is now barging in. Natsuki, this conversation is not important right now. We're getting back to this after the festival. A very exasperated sounding Natsuki storms into the kitchen, followed by a concerned looking Monika. We're out here doing your job, Yuri.
Yes, I'm sorry, I just needed to talk to Code about something.
Well, if you're done, hurry up and get out here. I just finished the first banner and was about to start the second one.
I'm almost done with the calligraphy. There's about 10 more left. Then let's get back.
Natsuki and Yuri head back into the living room.
Code, are you coming?
Yeah, give me a second. Sayori nods, then gently nudges Monika forward before returning to the living room. Once Monika and I are alone, my legs give out and I collapse into a sitting position.
Code, what happened?
Monika rushes over and does her best to keep me from falling flat on my back. Take Monika's outstretched hand and look back into her eyes, my voice shaking. Yuri figured out I was lying. Thankfully, Sayori was there to convince her to give me more time to tell her the real truth. Tell Monika about what had just happened. She listens, eyes wide in fear. Can see her trying to hide her rising panic. After I'm done, she stays silent for a bit. Once Monika and I alone, I yeet Why would I do that? Why would I do that? She's trying her best. Still up? What do you mean still up? Of course I am still up. We're still streaming. We're still going strong. And by going strong, I mean we haven't even reached the 3-hour mark. What have you done to I haven't done anything to Monika. She's just panicking because Yuri figured out that we were lying. She hasn't figured out exactly what we were lying about, but she knows we were lying about how we got into Meiji's body. She doesn't know exactly what happened, but now Monika's panicking, and we just basically collapsed after explaining everything. Collapsed on the ground because... completely out of breath. And now everyone's panicking. Hooray! Fun. After I'm done, she stays silent for a bit. I reach over and put a comforting hand on over hers. Eventually, she slowly stands and helps me to my feet.
Code, we might need to push the timetable forward if Sayori and Yuriken both sense something wrong. I doubt Natsuki will be far behind.
Sounds fun. Yeah, I know. Not as fun as when she was lying on top of me, but still very fun, I'd say. Are you suggesting we tell them before the festival?
I am.
I shake my head fervently. And what if the game resets? What if all that happened in the game happens here? Shit, wrong thing to say. Wrong thing to say. Abort. Abort. Don't say that. Don't say that, you know Monika will freak out. Lying on top of you, yeah, that happened earlier. And then our parents came in. Thankfully she was able to get off of me before they saw anything. Also, you really should get some rest, Rob, honestly. But yeah, Monika, by everything in the game happening, I don't mean the part about you going full-on psycho and deleting everyone. That's not what I meant. Monika begins to tremble. I reach over and take her hand. I'm sorry, that wasn't what I meant to say. I did make a promise, and I will do all in my power to make sure that I follow through. Tell you what, if Natsuki comes to any of us and asks about something related to the game, we tell the two of them right away. 2:30 AM. Hopefully there's something to watch at 3 AM. I mean, currently there's me to watch. Not too entertaining, but I'm doing my best here. The music is a mood. Honestly, I feel that way. I feel that way too much. Well. School tomorrow, and tomorrow. Well, if there's no, you know, having a day off is always fun. But yeah, it's 1:32 AM for me too. Same here, same here. Shock Monika got me worried for it. Well, yeah. The music is nice, it is. Even if slightly, you know, more sinister tone. The music in both the original game and this mod is nice overall. I have to say that, just honestly. I've tried looking up the soundtrack for this mod on YouTube, but I wasn't able to find it. I mean, if I ever want to listen to the soundtrack and can't find it on YouTube, I'm just gonna have to look into where the soundtrack plays and just play to that particular spot in the game, make a save point, and then just always jump into that save point when I want to hear the music and just not play. Just leave the game running in the background. Anyway, can we agree on that?
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
She comes forward and gives me a warm, tender hug. I instinctively wrap my arms around her. But all I know is that I enjoy the music. The music is nice, yeah. That doesn't happen often, also don't jinx it. Last time someone talked about that, we dropped off in viewership a lot. But, you know, we're about half an hour away from ending the stream. So, even if the viewership drops off now, not the end of the world. Obey the urge, follow your heart. But we're in Meiji's body. It should be his choice. If we kiss her now, we're kissing her with Meiji's body. Don't you think that'd be weird? Don't you think that'd be weird? It's not our body, you know? Rob, don't point that out now. Kirilovanov has already pointed that out and I just talked about jinxing it. Again, not like it matters at this point. Yeah, thanks for quoting me again. Your body, your choice. Well, Meiji, even if you don't want it, it might just have to happen. We stay like this for a bit. We should get back before Natsuki starts getting suspicious.
Ah, good idea.
Just do it. Ask him, just do it. I'm getting mixed signals, but I don't think we get the choice. We're just going back. We break the hug and head back into the living room. Monica, later on. Let's go into the space classroom, you know, because Meiji and I can separate safely in the space classroom. And then when we're in the space classroom, let's do what we were supposed to do now, okay? I think that'd be fair. Just wait until the others leave, go into the space classroom, and intense makeout session, okay? You're down? Thanks. We break the hug and head back into the living room. F. Let's F. No, let's not F. Just intense makeout session for now. When we get back, I see that Natsuki has finished the first banner. Yuri is busy laying down the banner so it can dry faster. Sayori's helping her move it. Do what we're supposed to do. Yeah, let's. It's time to do the thing. Intense F session. Dude. Aren't we kind of jumping the gun if we've never even kissed her? Monica subtly pats me on the back before going back to assembling the curtain. I rejoin Natsuki, who looks up at me from the corner of my eye. Looks like she wants to ask me something, but she doesn't. I grab one of the paintbrushes and begin to help paint the sky. Sayori joins, placing herself between me and Natsuki. I restart the music, hoping that the distraction will ease the new tension in the room. Also, you think? I have a new idea. An idea about my schedule for this game. Because I think the next stream will be the final one, if I can trust Rob on it being that we'll go through Sunday and have the beginning of Monday, probably, right? Meaning, if I make it all the way through Saturday right now, and we make it to Sunday, and then I do Sunday, and the rest, and whatever follows after that the next time. And I think then we would be able to split it off nicely. Right? Right? So go through the rest of this day right now, and do Sunday and the rest of Monday next time. And that should probably finish it, right? Does that work out just about? Or is Monday gonna be longer than I expected? Because, Rob, you've played this before, just give me some general feedback. It seems to work as we all focus on the tasks. Monica and Yuri finish first, and come over to where the rest of us are, but there's no room. Well, I'll go ahead and prepare the kitchen. The distraction works, you're just trying to draw this series out as much as possible. But you know, technically the sooner I finish, the sooner I can start another series, and the sooner I can get back into DDLC eventually, you know? Shouldn't be that long. Okay, so I think I should be able to do Sunday and Monday on the next stream to finish it off. Jasmine oil moments? Well, we currently have jasmine oil in the room, so yeah. When we started working, Yuri immediately brought out the jasmine oil. 4 girls, 1 boy, a room full of jasmine oil. You know the fun is about to begin here. But so far nothing too serious has happened, I think.
Is there anything I can do to help? Of course. Can I help too? There's not much more to do on this, and I think I'm getting in the way.
Sure, come along. Would you like some honest? Some honestly cursed images? I think you've said that before. Wasn't it you who wanted me to look at a picture of skin fruit? No development stagnant. Yeah, alright, I'll get on it. Just be careful she doesn't burn the water.
Meanie?
We're back with water in the fire. Why?
Meanie?
The 3 leave, heading into the kitchen and leaving me alone with Natsuki. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see her taking brief glances at me every so often. She even opens her mouth a couple of times, but doesn't say anything. We finish the banner and start setting it aside to dry. Finally, Natsuki turns to me. Hey, Code? Oh dear, please don't ask about my cover story. Please don't ask about my cover story. Yes? Yesterday, when you and I were sharing poems, I saw you and Monica looking at each other a bit while she was talking with Yuri and Sayori. What was going on? Okay, better than I was expecting, but still. Ah, yes, that, I try and think of an explanation, but she interrupts me. Please don't lie to me. I know Sayori wasn't having a good day yesterday, but there's more to it, isn't there? What do? I debate whether or not to tell Natsuki about Sayori's depression. Is that really my place? Don't really like keeping her out of the loop, but if she knew, she might worry a lot more. Not that she'd outwardly show it, of course. She's too much of a tsundere for that. Natsuki, She then suddenly shakes her head. Her smile looks forced. Actually, never mind. It's not my place to ask, is it? Forget it. I have depression. Sayori walks into the living room. You and Monica stand at the entrance, both looking grim. You? Really, Sayori? You? No way. You're not the type to be depressed. Going to have to choose to tell her. Not getting any choice. Sayori's just gonna come straight out and say it. Look at Sayori, taking charge of the situation. Grant my beautiful desire, but I got burned. I'll... and then link them to you this time. Ooh, great, great. More fun. This moment got real. Damn, Alexa played Despacito. Since this moment got real, I'm gonna focus entirely on the game until this moment is over. So, if I don't read chat at all now, that's why. Because that's what you want too, I'm guessing.
Natsuki, you of all people should know and never to judge a book by its cover. That's what you're always saying, right?
You're serious, aren't you? Oh, I didn't realize. Put a hand on Natsuki's shoulder. The poor girl looks pretty vulnerable. Natsuki jumps, then shrugs my hand off, facing Sayori again. Why didn't you tell anyone? Aren't we your friends? Couldn't you trust us? Looks like the revelation about the game really affected Sayori. Either that, or her talk with Meiji. Or both.
I guess I thought that I'd be a burden on everyone else if I said anything. I just want people to be happy, so I hid it from everyone. Please forgive me.
No, there's nothing to forgive. I'm sorry, that was a selfish thing to say. Don't blame her, Natsuki. Everyone turns to me. Depression is, for lack of a better word, a real bitch. From what I know of it, it drains any motivation. Sometimes some people put on a happy facade just because they don't want to worry others. That's how Sayori is.
He's right, but I promise I'll work on getting better.
She looks at me, or rather through me.
I'd be a bad friend if I didn't.
Seriously, what did you say? Secret... Really, bro? Really? Whatever. I pat Sayori's head. Good. I'm glad you're going to get help.
Thanks. Well, now that we're done with the banners, let's get cooking. Oh, of course. Everything's ready. I've begun boiling the first batch of eggs already.
We head back into the kitchen. I see the counter all set up for food prep. There's a full pot of water on the stove with eggs inside. Alright, serious moment is over. Nothing too much going on. She's my friend. I thought we could make amends. But she liked spiders. I see that reference. I had a fear of them. I stopped hanging out with her, trying to get away from spiders while being a friend. But my fear got the best of me, and my friendship got worse, until it was completely gone. Poems don't need rhymes, exactly. I don't always rhyme in my poems either, but, you know, most of the time I do. Because, as I said before, it feels easier for me to go with rhymes, because I get more into I feel like I get a better flow going if I have rhymes in there, but I do still try to you know, not rely on rhyming too much. I do try to change it up in some poems. There's a full pot of water on the stove with eggs inside. There are 2 loaves of bread on the counter along with a few packs of deli meat and sliced cheese and a few condiments. Something not funny. Do I? Do I? Also, Debbie Dino, welcome back from your lurk. Hope you've had a pleasant lurking experience. Terrified of spiders? Then you should definitely watch the following anime. Kumo desu ka? Nani ka? Or translated, so I'm a spider, so what? If you want to see a nice little collection of CG spiders, definitely watch that, because if you're terrified, then that's definitely something I'd recommend. And the third person to jinx us. So far nothing has happened though after the jinx, so anyway, thank you. I've noticed. And I am very happy about that. Asked her out. And did she accept? Come on, tell me she accepted. Are you going to watch a movie? If that's at all possible right now. Or are you going to a park? And Ace, if I said that correctly, hi, welcome to the stream. Hope you have had a great day so far. She did. Hey, good for you. Good for you. Honestly, I'm happy for you. I'm honestly happy for you. Nice one. Honestly, if I were in your position, even if I knew for sure that she'd say yes, I'm not sure if I would have had the guts to do it. Because I am a coward, a socially anxious coward who could never ask anyone out. But you did, and you were successful, so you go, buddy. I figured something simple would work since I wasn't sure how long it would take for us to finish the banners and curtains. I don't see this taking as long. The longest snack preparations will probably be the eggs. Are you planning on cutting sandwiches up into fourths? It would make them easier to place on platters. Monica, do you know any sort of vegetarian or vegan sandwich we could use? Well, for vegetarians like myself, a simple egg sandwich would be good enough. She likes words, she's just really, yeah. My introverted level is only challenged by yours. Are you challenging me? It's not a challenge, honestly. It's not fun to challenge to be the worst at social interactions. It's not fun. It's not like I'm the worst. After all, I do have some friends, believe it or not. But probably you won't believe it. But yeah, I have a small handful of friends. But to compensate for the fact that I don't have too many, they're very close friends. So there's always that little bit of happiness I get in my very boring life. And again, streaming is another way for me to, you know, get a little bit of happiness going. Streaming video games, that sort of stuff. Just keeping myself distracted from the darkness inside me. Plus, part of me likes to think that in some roundabout way, you are kind of my friends. In a way. Of course, not as much as people I know privately, but still. To some degree, I think so. Just as shy as each other. Didn't ask her, she would never have the guts to tell. Aww. 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 Honestly, aww. Good for you, though. Good for you. It seems like you're pretty much, from the little I've heard so far at least, it seems like you might pretty much be made for each other. Perfect match. Ah, yeah. Oof, yeah. I am staying away from those. Zero Monica look over at me concerned. I smile at them reassuringly. I'm back to 100%, believe me, but yes, vegetarian egg sandwiches would be good.
As a vegan food, I do not know a delicious vegetable sandwich. Oh, good.
Oh, there's no need to bring her over, honestly. No need. Because I'd feel embarrassed if someone's like, hey! May I also, you're just, even if you want to bring her, you're just trying to bring her here to show off, right? Hey, look at me, I have a girlfriend, you do not. No, I know it's not like that, but still. I always get mixed feelings when people recommend my channel or anything, because I always feel like there's not really anything worth recommending about me. It's the same way I feel about compliments. There's not anything worth complimenting about me and people do it anyway. How? How do you do that? I'm once again not making any progress, right? After all, I might want to finish this day.
I think we should make a little less of those, since I'm unaware there being many vegans or vegetarians in our school. With the exception of you and Suzuki-sensei, of course. That's a good call.
I think if we use half the eggs we have, that should be enough for the egg sandwiches.
Yes, I believe that would be appropriate.
Chill. It's like friendly group chat. Aww. Aww. Can we bring that one guy back who was insulting me all the time? Was it the... It was the... No, it wasn't the previous stream. It was the one before that. Can we bring that guy back? Actually, no, never mind. His insult game wasn't too much on the strong side. He started off strong, but then it just became generic, and... Yeah. So maybe we should get a different one to do that. That's why I always come back to Sword, even if I can only lurk. And I appreciate it every time. And you know that. Monica nods, grabs one of the loaves, and begins making the veggie sandwiches on the kitchen table. Yuri looks at the rest of us.
I've also purchased some deli meats, ham, turkey and roast beef for one. I also bought some sliced cheese, mayonnaise and mustard.
Lots of options, good. Yuri's got some pretty impressive foresight.
Thank you, Code.
So, should we just go nuts?
I suppose, but don't make them unreasonable.
You got it. I take it you're going to be keeping an eye on the eggs.
Indeed, they need to be monitored to make sure they aren't overboiled.
With that, we begin. Natsuki grabs the package of roast beef and begins assembling sandwiches. Meiji, a bit concerned about Sayori, asked me to help her with the ham and turkey sandwiches. We make them in variations, but soon we have 15 sandwiches. Should we go nuts? We are already since the start. I mean, maybe. I should know. Well, try to think of something. Even if you don't know, is it really so bad to not know someone's taste in poetry? Then again, as you said, she is very openly into poetry, as you said before, so technically maybe you should have some idea, some rough idea. Monica makes 8 of the veggie sandwiches and begins to cut them. I start cutting the ones Sayori and I had made, but she stops me. Can I try cutting them? Oof, those eyes. It's so hard to resist. You sure? Yep. Please watch her. Meiji sounds worried. You don't need to be overly concerned. I'm just afraid she'll cut her fingers off. Alright. Well, if you're sure, but I'm gonna be watching you. Okay. So he grabs a kitchen knife from the drawers and begins slicing the sandwiches. Meiji keeps on bombarding me with suggestions, constantly worrying about her. Can I try cutting you? I mean them. Yes. Good old Yuri. And her cuts. She's nice. After the 5th or 6th time relaying the message to Sayori, she looks at me. Meiji, what's wrong? You're acting like my mom. She's right, you know? It's nice that you're concerned about her, but this is a bit much, dude. You're right, I'm sorry, I'm worried about what happened last night. I whisper this to Sayori, whose expression softens. We'll talk about it later. For now, just relax, okay? She'll be fine. Sayuri's not a child, you know? She is. She totally is on the inside. Like how Yuri cuts, huh? She less Monika's personality, whereby she's a victim of a larger scheme whilst trying to live her life. Alright, suddenly you're dumping a lot of information here. You hear that, Rob? You hear that? Despite acting like it sometimes. Meanie? Don't worry, little sis. Mage and I wouldn't have it any other way, right? Because we're viewing her as basically a little sister. The mood lightens at that. Thank God there's hardly any jealousy in Monika's smile. I pat Sayori's back and we get back to making the sandwiches. I had to answer. Well, you didn't have to. You didn't have to as much as I have to write poems when people request it by using points. Which, by the way, let me remind you, in case you've already forgotten, that I need to write a poem about quantum physics because of Rob. And it's still in the back of my mind. It's still in the back of my mind. I'm gonna have to put some thought into this, but I'm not gonna be able to do that today. I'm gonna promise you that much. Yes, quantum physics. That indeed. You try to write a poem about that topic, but I have some rough ideas. As in taking a little bit more of a metaphorical approach to it. That way I think I can make it work somewhat. But again, I don't have anything concrete yet. Gonna have to put some thought into that a little bit after the stream, and then I'll start probably working on it tomorrow. And by start working on it, I mean finish it, because once I start working on a poem, I finish it in the same sitting. That's just how I am. That's just how I be. That's just how I do. Natty grabs some of the plastic containers Yuri had purchased and begins placing the finished cut sandwiches inside. Sayuri quickly finishes cutting the rest of the sandwiches, then turns to Yuri. She's in the middle of draining the hot water from the pot of hard-boiled eggs.
What should we do now? We should place these eggs in cold water. When they're cool enough, go ahead and peel them.
That funny Nah, it won't take that long. Also, I know we're close, but I want to finish this day. Rob, feedback, am I gonna be able to finish this particular day in a reasonable amount of time? Because if not, then I am gonna cut it short today again. Oh, I watched a game show the other day where some guy peeled 5 eggs in 10 seconds. I can do that no problem. Nazi grabs one of the remaining empty containers.
Are you referring to the method used, where the eggs are shaken in cold water until the shells peel away?
Yep, I've done it before, so I know what I'm doing. Lots of schoolwork to catch up on. Yeah, you do. Yeah, probably best to catch up on that as soon as possible. If not for the distractions. Maybe the distractions are definitely slowing me down. Try to stop responding to chat for like 10 to 15 minutes. Maybe. Alright, let's get going. I'll try to focus a little bit less on chat then.
Well, if you're sure, then proceed.
Natsuki nods and begins filling the container up with cold water while Yuri drains the pot. She then grabs the eggs and carefully but quickly puts them in the container. We all gather around to watch as Natsuki closes the container. Hey, some space please if you don't mind? Oops, sorry. We all step back watching as Natsuki shakes the container for a bit, then sets it down. She opens the container and grabs one egg, squeezing it in such a way that the eggshell slid off. Well damn, that's pretty cool. Has abandoned us. I haven't completely abandoned you, but I'm trying to speed things up a bit. Also, yes, I've been told to do that. Natsuki, looking especially pleased with herself, peels the rest of the eggs and puts them back into the container after draining the water. What now? I turn to Yuri. Do you want to save the eggs for later? Yuri thinks for a bit.
Now that I think about it, the egg sandwiches might become soggy in a day or two. Well, let's make the egg sandwich mix and the deviled eggs today. Then, Code, if it's not too much trouble, would you and Monika be willing to make the sandwiches tomorrow night? That way they'll be as fresh as can be for Monday.
Of course. I am indeed Speed.
We'd be delighted to.
How many sandwiches do you want?
However many these eggs can make, the others are going to be used for the deviled eggs.
Okay, I'll make the egg sandwich mix now. It should last a couple days in the fridge at least. Natsuki hands me the container. After washing my hands to be safe, I grab a knife and begin cutting the eggs up. Soon I have a large bowl full of bits of egg white and yolk. I begin adding mayo in little by little until I find a consistency that isn't too soggy. I seal the container and put it in the fridge. While I'm doing this, Yuri pours the rest of the eggs into the pot to boil. The other girls are now at the table talking. Sounds like they're talking about the festival.
I can't wait to try all the new sweets that'll be there. Someone in class said that the cooking club is gonna have a small cooking class that we could take.
Ha, of course she'd enjoy that. Beating the crap out of that egg? I am beating the crap out of my voice right now by speeding up. Speeding up as much as possible. Not like my voice is taking too much of a beating, and I'm not speeding up so much that I am fumbling over my words too much, even though now I am stumbling over my own words. So let's just get back to it and see if I can make some progress. Nothing wrong with that. Now, that sounds like fun, but I'm really excited for the games. I'm kind of hoping for one of those Goldfish Scoop games this year. I can get one this time, I know it.
Ooh, I haven't played one of those in years. Last time I played that was summer break 3 years ago. Meiji and I went with our parents to the local summer festival.
I made at least 20 minutes of progress. Yeah, I know, I know.
That's where he won Mr. Bird for me.
Mr. Bird? It's the green stuffed parrot in her room next to Mr. Cow. Oh, right. What about you, Monica? You're being awfully quiet over there. Looking forward to anything in particular? Monica is silently listening, smiling wistfully as she does so. Her smile freezes a bit in place before she takes on a more contemplative posture. No, I can't. Too fast. It's too fast, I can't. Feel free to take that out of context, by the way.
Well, I hadn't given it much thought. I've been in the debate club since I started high school, and our projects were always so time-consuming that I barely had time to enjoy the festival. That's gotta be something you're looking forward to.
She's got a point. From what I've heard, Japanese school culture festivals are pretty damn fun.
Well, I guess one thing I'm looking forward to is actually getting to experience one before graduation.
Damn. Graduation. At the mention of graduation, the room goes silent. Even Meiji, someone I never really saw as being all that into school, seems sad by the thought of graduation. I try to think of something to say, but the solution comes from the most unlikely of sources. Yuri, who's still working at the pod, turns to face the rest of us.
Just because we're all graduating this year doesn't mean we can't stay friends. We can still meet up in person or online.
Everyone looks a bit surprised at this.
I know I'm not exactly sociable. I find it hard to make friends, and people have always made fun of me for my various hobbies. But you're the first friends I've ever made. I would not want for that to disappear just because we might all go differing directions in the future. I couldn't have said it better myself. You're all my best friends. I can't imagine life without you anymore. You make my life feel so full and so real. I don't want to lose you guys.
Monica trails off but quickly regains her composure. I'm betting she finished that sentence with again in her head.
We've always been your friends.
Count me in as a friend too. Monica smiles even more at that. Heh! Don't go getting snappy on us now, Press. Sappy, sorry. That's what you get from trying to speed through it a little bit. This causes the mood to soar in the room once again. Well, now that we've established how friendly we are, let's keep going. Yuri, how are those eggs coming along?
They're almost done. Natsuki, if you would.
Natsuki, eager to show off, goes over to the sink again and quickly repeats the process from before.
Where do the Jesus keep their kitchen knives?
The drawer to the left of the stove.
Thank you.
Also, here you have your own knife. Just wash it and use that. You're an expert on knives, by the way. Shouldn't you have like a sixth sense telling you where the nearest knives are? Figured as much, maybe. Culinary club and her favorites are the knives there. Ah, now I'm getting distracted again. I made a mistake. She grabs a knife. I keep an eye on her as she expertly begins cutting the eggs in half. Of course she's an expert with knives. She likes the pen more. Well, if she can get a pen from me, which, no, she can't yet. Keep an eye on her as she expertly begins cutting the eggs in half, scooping out the yolk and putting it in a small bowl. Do you need any help?
Right now I can take care of this part myself. After this we should be done for the day. Tomorrow we can finish the banners after they dry, but that won't take too long.
Tomorrow's my turn to be in charge, though.
I know, and we can focus on the majority of the day on making cupcakes. After that we can complete the banners.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. Speed 1.4. Distract. Your distractions are worthless when I just read faster. I continue watching Yuri as she begins mixing the yolks together and the appropriate amount of mustard and other ingredients. Doesn't take her long to finish and she puts them in a special container. After making room in the fridge for it, she joins us at the table.
Thank you, everyone. I don't think I could have gotten so much done without your help.
No problem, today was fun.
Very glad to help.
It wasn't as boring as I thought. You actually have good leadership capabilities. That's the one problem with reading fast. Sometimes you stumble over your words, and that's happening right now.
Thank you.
How is everything going in there? I'm guessing that's the mom. Yeah. Minako comes in looking a bit curious. We've just finished for the day. We'll be doing some finishing up tomorrow after we're done with Natsuki's cupcake project.
Well, I'm glad you made so much progress. Thank you.
Yuri then looks at the clock in the kitchen.
Oh, I'm sorry everyone, but I have to get going.
Your curfew again? Yuri nods nervously. I really want to know what she's hiding, but I suspect there's a good reason for it.
Yeah, I want to go grab a few things for dinner, I'm sorry.
I should probably go too. Dad doesn't like it when I stay out here late.
It was nice to meet all of you. Thank you for indulging me in coming over earlier. Not at all, Shizu-san. Is it alright if we leave the banners here to dry?
Of course, it looks great so far. My husband and I will definitely be there for the festival. I really want to see your poetry recitation. I should go too, actually. Mom's making dinner and she wants me to be there because we're gonna be having a talk about my new brother or sister.
Saiku's having another baby? That's so cool.
I'm gonna have to congratulate your parents.
Yep. I was unaware you were expecting a sibling. I'm happy for you.
I've never had a brother or sister, so I don't know whether to congratulate you or feel bad for you.
No, Natsuki, having a sibling sounds like a fun experience.
I don't know. Is having a sibling fun? Probably sometimes yes, sometimes no. Quantum physics will be the main event. That's gonna be a fun one. Again, it's gonna be dropping on Discord as soon as it's done. But just in case, if anyone is not over on the Discord server and wants to see it, because I think, Rob, you're still not on the Discord server if I'm not mistaken, so I'm definitely gonna have to also drop it in here for you, so you can see it, unless you're joining the Discord by the time it's out. No distractions, no. But I had to read that one because highlighted, so I couldn't ignore highlighted. I cannot ignore highlighted messages. But, well, that's definitely one way to distract me. But I'm right back into it. As the five of us head to the door, Meiji speaks up. It's a gigantic pain in the ass, but it has its moments. My sister can be a real troublemaker, but she's alright.
Meiji and Aiko were a handful as kids.
I can feel Meiji's embarrassment and my cheeks redden. Ah, well, thanks for coming over.
Thank you for having us. I'm grateful you were willing to let us meet up at your house for these projects.
Not at all, my husband and I are glad to be of help. And since I won't see you tomorrow, we'll see you all at the festival on Monday. Meiji's mom heads back inside and the rest of us say our goodbyes and the girls leave. Sayori is to the left and Natsuki and Yuri to the right. I hear Natsuki talking to Yuri about her plans for tomorrow. Monika and I watch this for a few seconds. Sayori stops suddenly and looks back to the two of us with a smile on her face, but her eyes say something else. Her expression then brightens before she waves at us and heads down the street to her house. Oh, please don't do anything bad. Monika and I then head back inside. Minako's in the kitchen again preparing for dinner. Tatsuo is reading a book at the table. So, how did today go? I notice you all took up some space in our fridge. I sit down and Monica sits opposite from me. Those will only be there for a couple of days, and things went well. We got a lot done today. Can't, I guess. So, let's talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus. Wow. I have to read them because if it's highlighted, you spent your well-earned points on me to notice your text message. So I can't just ignore those. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna go into a detailed discussion about this. And now I'm gonna have to speed up again. I saw the banners in the living room, very good job.
Asuna-san, Meiji, dinner's gonna have to take...
Damn it! Now I'm stumbling over my words. Fuck!
Asuna-san, Meiji, dinner's gonna take a little while since it's vegetarian. I don't have that much experience in cooking vegetarian meals, so it might take a little bit longer than usual. You're too kind. If it makes things easier, I'm actually pescatarian. I do still eat seafood. I'll keep that in mind. In the meantime, you can just relax. Tatsuo and I can handle dinner. I'm sure you two are tired.
Well, in that case, Monica, why don't we read a bit?
Sure.
Monica stretches. I'll go grab him, be right back. Finish Demon Slayer. Now I'm gonna watch Little Witch Academia. You go do that. Again, it's one of my favorites of all. It's one of my all-time favorites. Little Witch Academia is just so fun. I really wish they would make another season of it. I really wish they'd make another season soon. Just made an hour worth of progress. So, you think I'm gonna be able to finish the day now? I hope so. Within a reasonable amount of time, I mean. Of course, I could technically finish it. But if I can finish it in, like, maybe another 20 minutes, then I think that's reasonable. Sooner would, of course, be better. I quickly grab Portrait of Markov and a few of the Parfait Girls volumes and then head back downstairs. Should? Okay. When I head back to the living room, I see Monica sitting on one of the couches waiting for me. Near the window? Recommend named Index. Sit down next to her and hold up the two books. Which one do you want to read first?
I think I'd like to read the manga first.
She scoots over closer so we can read it over together. Having already read it, I let Monica turn the pages as we read. I mostly watch Monica's reactions. Eventually we finish the first volume and Monica turns to me.
Was Natsuki's mom this world's first version of the game's creator?
I shrug and put the first volume aside. I don't think we'll ever really know. It is pretty scary though, seeing the poses of the front page mimicking yours from the game exactly. I grab Portrait of Markov and open it to the first chapter. Let's continue. As with the manga, I watch Monica's reactions mostly. We're getting close to the end of the day. We can do this. We can do it. Underrated gem? Kanata no Astra? Okay. Now we're just recommending anime to each other, huh? Well, I'm not gonna remember any of those names right now, but oh well. She gets a bit more into this book. We are so into it, we fail to notice that the sun has set outside. We get to chapter 2 before we're interrupted.
Meiji and Asuna-san, supper's ready.
I close the book to Monica's reluctance, I put them both down and get to the kitchen with Monica beside me. Writing them all to my to-watch list. A list that sadly for me, even though I always say I add stuff to the list, it still doesn't exist. Yeah, always saying, yeah, no, I'll add that to the list. Spoiler alert, the list doesn't exist. The only list I have is anime I have already watched. For some reason. Damn, that spread looks great. Looks like Meiji's parents have made enough food for 4. I see that okonomiyaki maker, which is still steaming from recent use. There are 4 large okonomiyaki on plates at each place. My stomach rumbles in anticipation as I look over the rest of the spread. Meiji's parents have also prepared a salad bowl. On the counter I see a rice cooker out and open, steaming invitingly. May I recommend a raid? Once we're, reaching the end, I think, then we can talk about who to raid, okay? Been lied to, we should rally against. I know, it's horrible. The same stuff goes for when my friends recommend stuff to me. Until they actually force me to start watching it, it usually doesn't work out. Maximum distractions employed. Damn it, you're right. I need to finish. I've crossed the 3-hour mark. We should be able to finish this day soon. Plus, I think we're still going back to the space classroom at the end of the day, so there's that too. I also smell curry and begin to salivate. Monica looks at the spread with intense gratitude.
This is... oh my. Is everything alright?
I think poor Monica's just a bit overwhelmed is all.
My parents never respected my decisions to not eat meat. Any time we went to a formal function, they expected me to eat anything set before me.
Read the game, play the game. Yeah, I'm doing it.
I am so sorry. It's not your fault. You don't need to worry about me so much. You can eat meat in front. You can eat meat in front of me. I can cook my own meals if it's too much trouble.
It's no trouble at all. Wait, who's leaving? Who's leaving? Wait, someone by? Oh, sadly I have to go. See you. Hope you have an amazing rest of the stream. Thank you very much for coming by. It probably won't last much longer. And I hope to see you in future streams. Next stream is going to be Genshin again, so look forward to that one. I certainly am. We all take our seat and after saying the traditional Japanese blessing, begin eating. Itadakimasu. There's silence for a bit as we focus on the food. Finally, Tatsuo speaks up. Read the game. I am become the game. Yes, become the game. I am become game. So, Asuna-san, what made you want to start a literature club? Like father, like son. Monica clears her mouth with a napkin, cleans her mouth with a napkin, swallows her food.
I was in the debate club at school since I started high school, but this past year, the international club policies became hostile. I've always had a fascination for literature, and I wanted to make a club where I could indulge in said fascination and find people like me.
Sounds like she actually wanted friends.
You and Aiko would get along. She always loved to read. She'd spend a lot of her free time in her room reading. She sounds a lot like Yuri.
Actually, she's more extroverted. She had plenty of friends and is apparently a pretty good leader. What's with the compliments on my voice acting again? I barely do any voice acting. I'm just speed reading as much as possible right now because I need to catch up because you're distracting me again. When I repeat this, Minako nods. She's a very good leader. Mom, remind me, did Aiko's Literature Club do anything for the festival?
Oh yes, they did. One year they actually made a small mockumentary based off of one of the club's favorite fiction books. Oh, now that I'd love to see. What book was it?
I think it was Brave New World.
Now that I really want to see that. That's one of my favorite books.
I'll ask her about it tomorrow. Of course you won't stop, I know.
Speaking of the festival, do you know what the other clubs are gonna be doing?
I know that the art club is gonna be showing off some of their art.
I'm pretty sure the debate club is gonna be doing what they always do, giving a mock debate.
I'm not sure what everyone else is gonna be doing. There's probably gonna be some of the standard stuff. A haunted house is definitely gonna be there. Same with Maid Cafe, I'm sure.
We did the same thing in our day.
The calligraphy club did something similar one year. We displayed our best calligraphy in the festival and even had some small lessons and let people try to write their own.
I wonder if our school has a calligraphy club. They did when Aiko went there.
She finishes her dinner, then looks at the clock on the wall. Ah, damn it, Code. I need to decipher some stuff, hang on.
It's getting late for us. We leave early tomorrow and we should get some sleep.
Okay.
Can take this.
Can Friday Night Funkin' take this game's place? Well, it will probably just be a one-off stream, as I said before. FNF will probably just be a one-off stream. But yeah, I think after this mod is finished, I'm gonna be doing Friday Night Funkin' in its place. Now the distractions are coming. It's like a bomb diffuse. Now everyone's coming. Peter Piper picked up a pack of pickled peppers. A pack of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers, where's the pack of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? I don't know. But thank you for that. If I tried to read it a bit quicker, I probably would have stumbled over my words, because that's what tongue twisters do to you. And I think I stumbled at one point in it, but who cares? I'm gonna have to get a move on. Sorry that who cares might have sounded a bit rude. I'm very sorry about that. I didn't mean to I didn't mean that in any offensive way. But I also need to get going because I want to finish this day in a reasonable amount of time. We're sorry for being so abrupt.
No, it's okay, I understand. I should probably be sleeping myself. It's been quite a busy day and I'm pretty tired.
I can only imagine. Thanks for dinner, Mom. It was unique, to say the least, but delicious as always. Minako beams and, walking past me, leans down to kiss my head. I blush as Monika giggles. Tatsu gives me a knowing glance as he begins to clean up as well. After the kitchen is back to normal, Meiji's parents say goodnight and go to bed, leaving myself and Monika alone. We both look at each other, then head up to Meiji's room. I pull up Meiji's phone and send a text to Sayori. Hey Sayori, are you free to go to the space classroom?
What are you wanting to try tonight?
I want to try continuing what we were working on last night. Before Monika can reply, I get a text back from Sayori.
I just finished dinner. I told Mom I'd be watching some TV before bed.
So yeah. Okay, we're gonna go in first. Now, why did I read that? I said I would read text messages normally. Anyway, not the time to be thinking about that. I grab my laptop from its hiding spot, which Monika immediately takes from me. Take out my pen, I unscrew the cap, revealing the new key. Walking up to the door, I bring the key up to the door handle. Just before I inserted the key, the door glows slightly and begins reconfiguring itself. Soon it looks like Sakura Academy classroom door. Damn it! Hey? Wait, hey? Some messages... How are you? Some messages. Anyway, how are you? I'm doing fine, but I have to go. I have to move on. Because we're, well past 3 hours. Now, I've done a over 5-hour stream when I previously played this mod. But that's because I thought I was close to the ending, and I know I'm not. So I want to finish within a reasonable amount of time. I slide it open. Well, you've been busy. Wow, she certainly has been busy. Looks a lot more comfy in here.
Yeah, I kinda went overboard, didn't I?
Nah, it looks a lot more homey than that empty room. What? What just happened? Or should I end it here? Walking through the threshold seems to be less painful now, but that doesn't mean it's painless, damn. Nah, I'm gonna keep going a little bit longer. I'm not ending it here. Because I still kind of want to finish this day. And as long as the space classroom scene doesn't take too long, Rob, please inform me again, I should be able to do that this stream as well. Walking through the threshold seems to be less painful now, but that doesn't mean it's painless, damn. As we split, I walk to the left and Meiji heads to the right. We take a few seconds to recover, then Meiji takes out his phone and shoots off a text to Sayori. On the other side of the room, the door slides open and Sayori slowly enters. She's about to close the door when I stop her. Wait a moment, let's leave it open a crack. What if your mom calls and you don't answer?
Yeah, you're right.
And now? Should take more than 10 minutes. Okay. Hurry! She leaves the door open, then immediately walks over to Meiji, who wraps her in his arms, holding her close. I feel a tug on my sleeve. Put my hand over Monika reassuringly, then turn to the new couple.
So, what do we want to focus on tonight?
More about how to separate us, especially before something irreversible happens and we fully merge.
Merge?
Sayori looks between the two of us nervously. I carefully explain to Sayori how intense anger might be a trigger for the merging process. She clings to Meiji, who does his best to comfort her. The moment Sayori begins crying, Meiji pulls her aside for another private conversation. Of course, she needs to know. Monika not abusing power? Yeah, that glitch was just us walking through the door. That just happens. Monika and I walk over to the couch and sit down. Monika sitting next to me. Who cut the onions? The game sure likes its onions. It's cutting them as frequently as possible. Monika and I walk over the couch. Yep, just read that. I just read that. Don't need to read it twice. I lean my head back and look out. I feel Monika lean against my shoulder.
It's a beautiful view.
I smile at her. Yeah, when you forget the massive radiation levels of deep space and the vacuum, Monika gives me a disapproving look. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Yes, it is a beautiful view. Monika chuckles.
Good boy.
The two of us sit there for a few minutes, watching the amazing view. After a while, I feel a tap on my shoulder. I'm ready. I look between Sayori and Meiji. What did you say now? That's for me to know. Meiji looks at the current position Monika and I are in. I should be asking you the same question. I look down. Whoa, when did we get so close? The two of us separate, Monika more reluctantly. Never mind, we should get to work. I grab my laptop and turn it on. Monika and Sayori head to the desktop on the other corner of the room, while Meiji and I stay on the couch. Most of space, and we took that space recording. Took what space recording? Where's the smooch? Still, we want to do that. We'll find out. The day isn't over. We still have some time. In total, the four of us spent at least 2 hours on the problems before us. I'm trying, but if the game doesn't want to give us a kissing scene, then I can't force it. We learn more about our character files and discover a variety of different settings that can easily be edited, so you immediately wants us not to touch them. Most of the time we spend pouring through tutorials on coding and testing out simple things. At one point, Monika proposes editing some of her own aspects.
What? No, that's not something we should be messing with. Sayori, it's only a simple test, and I'll be doing it on myself, not anyone else. What if I just change something physical about myself? Like how flexible my body is. Nothing emotional or mental. Alright.
That's not a happy response. Most of the weight of the mod is the space room, I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm guessing that the space room is very impactful considering what happened in here so far. I watch as Monika opens her own character file and scrolls through it. Define flexibility factor 6.6, Monika edits to 7.6, then saves it. I watch as she sits on the ground and does the splits.
I was never able to do the splits that well before. Code, could you increase the number again? Are you sure? Sayori, really, it's fine. Go ahead, Code.
We're trying to make... Oh, Monika trying to be flexible for us, huh? You're trying to do some acrobatics while... Never mind, we haven't gotten that far yet. Something about her. Like something. Space recording? Why space recording? What about the space recording? Huh? Oh god. Redhead Monika. Good idea. I like her the way she is. Honestly. Could do with a little bit less insanity.
Go ahead, Code.
With some trepidation, I make the adjustment and save. Monika waits for a few seconds, then places her leg behind her head for a few moments before standing back up.
Well, that's enough of that. I would try changing my hair or eye color, but I'm not sure if I want to try that yet. No, you're not changing that. You're perfect just the way you are.
The Earth rotating like that? What about that? Why is there so much weight behind it? Well, maybe there's gonna be more stuff in the future as well. But I think just being in the space classroom itself is always when important stuff happens. The two reset Monika's flexibility, then go back to attempting to separate the two of us. While they go through that, I try to open my own character file. After entering in the password I normally use for all of which fail, I try using my own name, birth date, and even password. Nothing works. I decide to try it again later. After a while, we hear a call from Sayori's door.
Sayori, it's time for bed, dear. Turn off the TV and sleep. Aren't you going to Meiji's house again early tomorrow?
It's a recording, and it's a long recording. Oh, to make it look natural. That's actually pretty nice.
Sorry, Mom, I go to bed.
Modify your character and make Monika affection. She's already pretty much at max affection. The only reason why she's not getting on with us right now is because we're in this awkward situation with Meiji right now still. She stands and smiles apologetically.
Sorry about this.
No, it's fine. We'll see you tomorrow. I begin shutting down my laptop. Meiji walks over, and I turn away as he pulls Sayori into a kiss. Not Monika. Monika's our girl. Sorry about that. They do be smooching, though. Monika and I catch each other's eyes. Oh, suddenly she moves in and kisses my cheek. She's going for the cheek. Well, at least you got your kissing scene. There you go. There you have it. We did it. Not on the lips, but it's progress. I reach up and touch where her lips touched my face. The spot is tingling a bit and I blush hard. Just then Meiji rejoins us, Sayori having already gone through her door. Oh, what's this? What's going on here? Don't start, dude. Code and Monica sitting in a tree. Ugh. I roll my eyes. You were the one having a full-blown makeout session with your new girlfriend. Put my arm over his shoulder teasingly as we head towards Meiji's room again. Yeah, you made your point. We step through and ouch, 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 the pain. Oh my god, this immense pain. How could this happen? And we're back. After a few seconds of recovery time, I continue my Meiji teasing. I can only imagine what you'll do when we figure out how to permanently separate. Hey! Monica and I giggle quietly before I close the door again, which causes it to revert to Meiji's own door. Went through and snap. Monica then turns to me.
We should probably get to bed. We've got an early day tomorrow after all, just like today.
Yeah, you're probably right. Night, Monica. Night, Meiji. Night. And he's out like a damn light again.
Good night, Code.
She winks at me before leaving me alone with my thoughts. I quickly get changed and turn off the lights. End of the day is very near. Oh, you think so? Really? Which cheek got kissed? As in left or right, or as in top or bottom? Because definitely cheeks on the face, you know? Definitely those ones, but I don't know whether left or right. Setting an alarm for around 8:30, I get comfortable in bed and close my eyes. At least I try to. I toss and turn for a few hours, unable to stop thinking about the day. My mind won't stop racing and worrying. Try to calm my body and mind by attempting some relaxation techniques, all of which fail. Meiji's body is exhausted, but my mind isn't. Despite all the worries about the game and what might happen on Monday, my mind wanders straight back to Monica. She's been on my mind a bit more lately, especially after Thursday evening. Man, just thinking about that new kiss makes my heart race. Is it because of my lack of experience with women? Or perhaps being stuck in a teenager's body makes my libido more active? Left, think, There's your answer, at least for the cheeks. I mean, Monica's definitely a 10 out of 10 in terms of looks, not gonna lie. Eventually, I look at the clock. 1:04 a.m. This is ridiculous. Get up and quietly head downstairs, frustrated at my lack of sleep. Maybe some tea will help. We're still not at the end, still got a little bit more in us. Head down to the kitchen and begin searching through the cabinets and drawers for some tea. Just then someone comes down the stairs. Oh damn, I woke her up.
Meiji, what are you doing up? Shouldn't you be sleeping?
Sorry about that, I couldn't sleep, so I was looking for some tea. Minako looks at me with new concern as she heads to one of the cupboards and opens it, bringing out a small box.
The tea is where it's always been, dear.
Oh, sorry. I rub my eyes sleepily, trying to act like I just made the dumbest mistake in the world.
Why don't you sit down? I'll boil some water.
Minako then grabs a tea kettle and puts some water in it, placing it on the stovetop. She grabs 2 mugs from the cabinets and places them on the counter, putting tea bags in each. She then walks over and sits down at the table with me.
Is there something on your mind?
Gotta admit, this woman is pretty similar to my own mom. Yeah, I guess there is.
You know you can always talk to me about anything, right?
I smile back, but the smile doesn't last long. Well, I couldn't sleep, I don't know. I guess I have a lot on my mind. You fool, you've been tricked! I've been tricked, I've been backstabbed, and I've been quite possibly bamboozled.
Must be something serious if you can't sleep.
Another 10 minutes? Wait, seriously? This conversation lasts that long? In that case, I'm gonna cut it here and leave that conversation for next time. Just please elaborate on whether or not it actually lasts for another 10 minutes.
Do you want to talk about it?
I open my mouth and close it again, thinking, yeah, there's no way I can tell her everything. What can I talk about with her that won't make me look like a total raving lunatic? Hey, I'm a protagonist in a video game where I try dating all the girls around me. Ha, that could go over like a fart in a church. Hey, I'm scared that Sayori's gonna hang herself on Monday? No way in hell. I'm not Meiji, I'm an alternate personality. No way. Well,
Take your time.
Then, just then the teapot begins hissing. Minako heads over to tend to it, giving me a chance to organize my jumbled thoughts. End of the day, yeah. And then we have to think about who to rate. What's the most important thing on my mind right now? What's been stressing me tonight of all nights? Let's see. The game and stuff is definitely up there, but there's no way I can tell her about that. What else? Worried about the girls and their problems? I mean, I definitely am, but I can't drop that kind of bombshell on her either. What else? Once again, thoughts and images of Monica come into my mind. She's on our mind. And can you blame us? I replay all the moments we've shared this week, both good and bad. I think back to the kiss we almost shared, the blatant affectionate glances she's been giving me ever since I'd arrived, and those intimate moments in the space classroom. I open my eyes when I hear something being put down in front of me. There's a steaming mug of tea in front of me. Minako's putting a bit of honey into her tea and offers me some. I stir the honey in, waiting for the tea to cool a bit. Ready to talk about it, hon? Well, here goes nothing. I guess I've been thinking about someone lately. Really? Tell me about them. Falling head over heels. Yeah. I bite my lower lip, choosing my next words carefully. I mean, I don't want to lie, but I don't want her to suspect anything either. They've been on my mind a lot lately. Why? Try to think about how to say what I want to say, but Minako interrupts my train of thought. Is it a girl? Speechless, I nod slowly. Is she in your club? Another nod. When you think about them, what do you feel? Happy, nervous, excited, eager to spend time with them? Wow, she's psychic? That's what I've been feeling about Monica ever since Thursday. But I've been trying to keep my cool. All of the above? I almost stopped talking there, but I keep going. I don't know what's wrong with me. Every time she walks in the room, I feel warm and fuzzy inside. Whenever we're talking, my smile seems to be wider. Is this what love feels like, or am I just infatuated? I look down at my tea, which is finally ready. I take a small sip, letting the warmth flow down my throat and permeate through my chest. Man, some tea with honey would be really good for my voice right now. Doing a visual novel for over 3 hours straight, or for an extended period is... It's always nice to have something warm to drink afterwards. And I think tea with honey, I've never actually had tea with honey before, but I just know that that would probably go down really smoothly and really help your throat. Should really try that at some point soon. I'm shaking piss and that's what I feel. Look down at my tea, which is finally ready. Yeah. Taking another breath, I look up at Minako. Now, I'm almost done. We can wait a little bit. What does it mean? She's cradling the tea in her hands, listening attentively, looking a bit contemplative. She takes a sip of her own tea. Meiji, I want to try something. Can you close your eyes for a bit? Wait, huh? Okay. I do so. Now imagine this scenario. You're walking down on the sidewalk. Suddenly you look across the street and see this person. She's having a good time, laughing and smiling. However, walking down the street next to her is someone else, someone she's looking at with affection and happiness. Wow, this hurts. A pang of unfamiliar feeling stabs at my heart. Let me guess, it hurts right there. She touches my chest right where her heart is. Yeah, but how do you know? It was all over your face, sweetie. You felt jealous. Whoever you imagined being with this girl, you were wanting that to be you, right? Wow, am I dumb? I didn't realize it then, but she's right. I really did want to be where Meiji was. Does that mean... Mom, do you really think... This girl must be pretty special to you. All the quotes coming in again. Close your eyes, proceeds. No, I'm not going with that. This isn't Alabama. It's all just a dream. This girl must be pretty special to you. You looked very hurt when I described that scenario. Tell me, is she cute? I nod. Is she kind? Another nod. Well, that's good. Anyone you love this much would definitely be kind. Huh, is this love? I never understood the meaning of the phrase butterflies in your stomach before now, but now I think I do. Thinking back, I've been feeling this around Monica more and more recently. Debbie Dino, can you confirm this? You can confirm, right? She's Meiji's mom. She's Meiji's mom. So yeah. Technically not us, but the person whose body we're in, yes. So you think I love this girl?
That's actually completely up to you, but it does sound like it.
I guess so, it's still so confusing though.
First loves often are. I can guess who it is, but I won't force you to tell me.
Don't talk about my crushing. Alright, I mean, you are the one sharing before, sorry for bringing the topic up myself.
Just know that your dad and I are here to talk more about it whenever you want.
Damn, I'm grateful she's here. Thanks, Mom. I take another sip of my tea, letting its warmth calm me more.
Do you want to talk about anything else?
No, I feel a lot better now. My tea is cool enough now to finish quickly, and I do just that. Think I can sleep now. And I feel like I can. My mind is feeling a lot more at ease now, and the sleepiness of Meiji's body is beginning to catch up with me. Minako reaches over and takes my mug.
Then go upstairs, dear. Don't want you to be too tired when you meet your crush tomorrow.
Really, Mom? Really? Ugh. I facepalm as she chuckles. She walks over and pats me on the back. Alright, just concluding what happened, yeah. Alright, we'll drop that topic. Don't need sleep, I need dokies. Well, I'm gonna need sleep soon. She walks over and pats my back gently.
Sleep well.
Thanks, Mom, you too. Head back up to Meiji's room, feeling the drowsiness overcoming me. Man, all my energy is just seeping out of me. Barely have any energy to pull the covers over me as I pass out. And we've made it to Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. So you know what this means. Get your rating recommendations out now. We're going to raid. Ugh, I freaking hate alarms. Which is why you won't be hearing that alarm anymore. And you won't be seeing the game anymore. Alright, exiting out. Not streaming? Alright then. In that case, let's just look. Let's just look if someone's live. Someone else is live. Let's see. The end. Bye. Alright, goodbye then. Distraction over. Yes, distraction over indeed. Raid. No one interesting is live currently. No one on my list at least. So we're actually gonna have to take a look around. Oh, the new one. Okay. As long as it's a small channel. As long as it's a small channel, you know I prefer raiding smaller channels, right? Interesting, interesting. But we could also raid someone who's streaming DDLC, you know? Then it does... Well... But you'll be back. I hope so. You know what? Let me just quickly... open that. Thanks for the ride. Not a problem at all. Thanks for being here. And I hope to see you around in the future as well. As you said. Hey. Can it really be so hard to find someone? You know what? If I can't find someone, I'll just go with the one. I'll just go with the one you said. You know what? Or that one. Another recommendation. Is that a smaller channel, maybe? You know I prefer rating smaller channels. I mean, it's topical. It's not a smaller channel by any means, but... yeah, it definitely is. Definitely a higher number of viewers for that person too. But you know what? For once, I'm gonna rate a bigger channel today. Cause why not? Why the F not? Usually I like to support slightly smaller channels, but okay. We'll go for that one. Streaming some DDLC, so at least it's topical. Smaller channels do need more love, definitely. But if I get a specific recommendation, I might as well go for it. So, you know. So everyone get ready, we're about to raid. We are about to raid. I hope you are ready. This is definitely one of, a little bit bigger than small, to say the least. With triple digits, but still. See you over there. See you over there. Bye. Bye bye.